You failed.
In Miami town.
Yes.
At 560 WQAM.
We want to work, don't be a jerk. We'll cut your grass, don't be an ass. Well, they hop the fence every day and dawn. They're coming to America to cut your lawn. They'll rake your leaves, they'll wash your car, trying to avoid the immigration czar. They're border hopping, there's no stopping them. Oh! Are you the way they do all of the jobs we won't do? All they get paid is $1 or two. We could ship them all down the Allegheny. Let them move in with Dick Cheney. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go on, man, open the doors. Open the doors. Well, they float across in dresser drawers. They're coming to America to do our chores. I don't understand all the fuss. All they want to do is laundry, clean, and dust. They're border hopping, there's no stopping them. Looking for the American dream. That's why they started swimming upstream. Go ahead and give them all a visa. Let them move in with Condoleezza.
I kick your ass.
You know, it's like if you took your whole family and you went to Disney World for the weekend or something, and you came back on Sunday night and there was a whole bunch of Mexicans in your house.
Yeah.
And you said, "What the hell are you doing here?" And I said, we just moved in."
Right.
And we took out your garbage and we washed the dishes and we dusted
for cheap.
And we're going to mow the lawn Monday morning and we're going to do all these things for next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, "Yeah, get out of here. You don't belong here. This is my house." And they said, "How dare you do that? You know,
Yeah.
Who the hell do you think you are?"
We want some rights.
Yeah, we demand that. This whole thing today. I say let's boycott QAM today. What?
Listening or working?
It's boycott day. Oh, I'm thinking about going back to bed. My ears are still plugged up. I got the ass end of the flu, and I do mean the ass end.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I just got the flu, and my ears are still plugged up bad. And just the whole general ambiance of this place. Tomorrow morning, the ratings will be out 11:30 in the morning, man. That should be a real fly opener. Wow. There will be a run. Yeah, in fact, let me just give you some advice right now, because if you don't want to repeat that experience you had a few weeks ago, remember when you couldn't get in the tea room?
Oh, yeah.
There'll be a line for that magic room from there all the way to Jacksonville, I'm telling you.
I'll bring a bucket.
They will be. Now, why the hell are we got calls on here already? WQAM, hello.
Hello.
See, he's just getting boring to me at this point. You're boring, okay? He's been boring for years, but you're so ponderous. WQAM, hello. See, there's nobody on that one either. They're probably calling in for the latest draft information. Maybe that's what I got. Maybe I got a draft. Maybe that's how I got the flu. Did we really run a Orlando taped interview again with the Dolphin #1 draft pick? Is that what we ran again there because we had to go play golf? That's just, it's just, you know what it is? It's unacceptable is what it is. But this new regime we got, man, they are just scared of their own shadow. WQAM, hello. No, that one ain't going to work. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds to me like you're fading fast. I want to apologize to the dead Bobby Darin. Saw him on Biography last night, and for years I've been saying, have another drink, Bobby. And because I always thought he died because he had a drinking problem. Sandra Dee, who was married to Bobby Darin, she had a drinking problem, and they were divorced as a result of that, and many other reasons, whatever. But he didn't have a drinking problem. He had a heart problem. He was born with it. And the doctors didn't expect he was going to live till...
About 30, man.
But he did. And then it just finally, that was the end, So, you owe an apology. Quit picking on dead people.
I'm sorry.
Bad style. Anyway, he's still dead. Nobody cares. Now, take a look at this. This is really something today, isn't this? On the 1st of May? These probably are all the illegals calling in. WQAM. Hola.
Good morning, Neil. How are you?
Okay.
Hey, quick question. Can a few more people stay home? The traffic's great out here.
Okay.
Oh.
WQAM, hello. All you illegals, okay, stay home. See, this idea that you're going to say thank you to America for letting you sneak your ass in by shutting down business and costing people economically, that's a real good way to do it. Slap in the face. That's what it sounds like to me. A slap in the face to the country that you sneak in.
No, I think it's a good idea so we know who we don't need
I said
anymore.
the other day, they're not going to deport anybody, so there's no solution once the cat's out of the bag. But at least start enforcing the law right now. This should shine a big, fat spotlight on a country that can't protect its own borders. And I've been saying that for almost 30 years now.
About 30, man.
That's right. By the way, footy's gone. We'll get to that. Got some really heavy-duty radio news. That's big news, ain't it, footy?
Yeah. You would have thought it was big news the way they were reporting it.
You would have thought so. WQAM, hello. QAM, illegal alien line. QAM, hello.
Footy's leaving Y100.
Nah, we know that. I just got through saying that, okay? I just got through saying that, okay? Maybe we got some Y100 jingles, but I don't think so. Idiot. Oh, you know what? This is like a sequel to Thursday. Remember Thursday?
Uh-huh.
Holy moly. This is really going to be good for my last show. WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
have you had a chance to see the new movie 1993?
No, I wouldn't watch that if you paid me by the minute.
You wouldn't want to see it. It's too much. I got to tell you, it's very, very upsetting. And anyway, I hope
What's
you
most
feel
upsetting
better.
is that it's mostly fiction because they don't have a damn clue what was going on that plane.
They had a guy on the plane that had turned out to have a fake bomb, and they beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And well, nobody really knows what happened. But anyway,
Hey, that's what I just got through saying. Nobody knows what happened. I'm not really big on movies that are loosely based on it. Although I did see a really interesting documentary on the what the hell channel is it? Documentary channel over the weekend about the Kennedy assassination.
Yeah. New information?
Well, it was just kind of like reinforced the fact that we don't really know, but probably never will know. But anybody who believes Oswald done it, they might as well have said the dog done it. I think maybe the dog done it. WQAM, hello. These people are whipped up into an apoplectic frenzy today. I like it. QAM.
yeah, it's my birthday.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, lady, can I click?
QAM, hello.
I met Miguel.
Yeah, okay. Here's line 9. Here's the Eddie line.
Hola. You spotted a Joe.
Yeah, I spotted a Joe, huh? We got your Joe right over here, okay? It's called Show and Tell. By the way, George came up with a good idea. BBGI stands for Banjo Boy Group Incorporated. Or it could be Beaner Boy Incorporated, but I think that's his history.
Hola.
That could have just been him. That was a good run we just had there. We haven't had a run like
Great.
that. Haven't had the runs like that since yesterday. It's part of getting rid of the flu. Let me just tell you right now, when you got the flu and you have a wild experience like that, not only is it good on the scale, but it's also really good getting out what ails you. You know what I'm saying? Getting out of your system.
It's a good purge.
Oh, yeah, purge. That's what we need at QAM is a big purge. Well, I'm going to go play golf now, so it's been a lot of fun being with you, but I don't get what's going on this tour. And I see Gildy all over the place again on the schedule this week. I think these people are trying to send a message. Remember Joey Zaza was going to send a message?
Right.
I think these people are sending a message like I told you, waving that white hanky out the window. I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. They just got around to it.
Hanky power.
WQAM, hello. QAM, hola.
You're gay.
Yeah, okay, thanks for the bulletin. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Dad.
567-0560. Let's just take calls all day.
Do it.
I'm in the mood for it, man. We're off to such a good start. Ooh, that was bad form. Shouldn't have done that.
Was it solid?
No, it was not. It was just like, I don't know, mung. In fact, I thought it was going to be good, but it's not. 567-0560. So there's the usual 6 retards. We got them, I was going to say out of the way. We got them for the beginning.
Oh, don't worry. They'll call back.
Huh?
Don't worry. They'll call
I know
back.
that.
Over.
Here's the poll result from over the weekend. And by the way, we never had one person call in on Friday. Not one. Not even one. To tell us about the great renaissance in downtown Miami. So this poll is a little bit jaded as far as I'm concerned. 2,050 votes. What's your take on downtown Miami? Dade County is a foreign country.
Absolutely.
867, over 40%, 42.2. It sucks. Don't go there, 527. That's another almost 26%. It's making a great comeback, 270. Anybody buying that?
No.
Anybody can verify that or tell us how or why?
No.
It's become a tourist trap, selling a lot of overpriced crap, 98. Never been there, 93. You're out of touch, Neil, 82. Interestingly, 4%, the same 4% we had consistently all the way through. You're out of touch. And you know what I say? Thank the Lord. Thank God. Thank,
Oh, God.
I hate this poll 74, and downtown Miami is paradise, only 39. I wouldn't know. Haven't been there in a long, long time. Since the last time I went to a Panthers game in downtown Miami. And that's got to be, what, like 9 years ago, 10 years, something like that?
You told me.
Have you ever in your life, it's been a long time since we've seen such an effusive outpouring of hysteria. This is almost like aliens coming back, by the way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the last time that we ever had this kind of a foaming at the mouth on the phone. I just barely sat my ass down here.
Maybe one of them will be a real call.
In fact, maybe this is probably a good idea that we dump that stupid-ass crossover. I think we ought to get rid of that thing. Well, let's just stop doing that. Send the message along to Hank's people. We're just not going to do that no more. He's just got too many outside activities going on. QAM always comes like about 10th on the list, you know? It's way down the list of priorities. So, see, this is my number one priority because this is where I make all my money. So as far as employment is concerned, this is my only priority. Follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe you need more irons in the fire.
No, I don't want any more irons in the fire. This is enough fire for me. 12 minutes after 10 at 560. Let me say it again. Bobby Darin was not a drunk. He was a good, upstanding guy. Boy. With a bad hairpiece, too, by the way. I learned that in biography. He had a real bad piece.
Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way. Girl to hold.
But he's still dead. Hey, if you love boating, and of course that's pretty much a given in South Florida, if you ever thought about buying a boat, don't do it. Stop and call Club Nautico at 1-800-BOAT-RENT right now. Why pay the expenses of owning a boat when you can rent one hassle-free? Join the club, Club Nautico. Call 1-800-BOAT-RENT. You'll be surprised just how easy it is. No docking costs, no expensive upkeep, no insurance, or dare I say it, no hurricane preparation. With a boat from Club Nautico, it's totally stress-free and truly affordable. Call 1-800-BOAT-RENT. No getting the boat ready because Club Nautico does it for you every time you need to use it, and no cleaning it up either. At Club Nautico, just hop on your boat and go. When you're done, pull into the dock, get off, and leave. It's that simple. They take care of all the rest for you. Club Nautico, call 1-800-BOAT-RENT. From unlimited boating to pay-as-you-go small boats to yacht charters, all of these things, it's Club Nautico. Call 1-800-BOAT-RENT and let Club Nautico tailor a plan to fit your needs and budget. Call 1-800-BOAT-RENT and get on the water today with Club Nautico.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
No.
MONTAYSUCKN. The White House image is frightful, and the media is spiteful. To convince us the polls aren't low. Tony Snow, Tony Snow, Tony Snow.
All right.
Oh, a talk show host is shocking, so the rhetoric ain't stopping. When you want your leadership to glow, Tony Snow, he's your hoe. He will totally hold Bush tight, though he's called him bad names before. But if you need a man who leans hard right, Tony Snow, he's your hoe. Oh, Bush thinks he'll be superlative, and his views are quite conservative. Smart move to hire him, we don't know. Tony Snow, Tony Snow, Tony Snow.
10:18 at 560 WQAM. Let's see. Let's take a look at that schedule. We had Hank on for a few minutes this morning, then we had some rehashed old taped interviews because Hank had to go play golf. Gildy at 2 to 4 again this afternoon, which people around town, people who don't ordinarily even make any comments, are just in shock and awe. This is the shock and awe. See, we're like dropping the big bomb. Mad Dog 4 to 6:30, a 2.5 hour. What the hell was that?
A mistake.
Oh, Marlins on deck at 6:30. Those red hot Marlins, man, they are really smoking, baby. They are, at least they're consistent. What is it now? 5 and 15? Is that would that be about right?
6 and 16.
Oh, 6. Excuse me, I missed that last.
You were close. You had the 5s
going,
but they're the 6s.
Yeah, 6 and 16. That is just pathetic. Anyway, they're and I noticed that they had floppy hat night on Friday at the ballpark, but even the schnorrers out there didn't show up for that.
Yeah.
Must be all the illegal aliens were practicing boycotting or something like that, because there was an announced crowd of 10,000, and if there were like 6,000, 7,000 there, that was a lot, even for the old floppy hat. So even the giveaways aren't drawn now. David, I hate to break the news to you, you're not going to get no stadium.
Yeah, we want to win. We want a stadium.
Yeah, well, guess what? You're nobody cares. Marlins and the Phillies, I'm assuming that's a home game?
Yes, it is.
At 7:05 tonight, I'm sure it'll be a fantastic turnout for that game, and then Eddie K follows Marlins baseball, which is like following tapes of the Big O interviewing some draft choice. A death wish. Okay, let's take a look at the poll now. I got news for you, Mr. Clarabelle. You guys are just playing fast and loose with a Oh, there's George Clooney. You know something? He and his dad were on TV all weekend long, and they made the visit to Darfur, and they're talking about the first genocide of the 21st century, and they're doing a lot of great things, and he still bugs me. I just can't stand looking at it. I don't know what it is. He just bothers me.
It's the way he cocks his head sideways when he talks.
Is that what it is?
That's it.
Like a bird.
Or a dog.
No, dogs do that for high-pitched sounds, but birds do that all the time. Anyway, he just irritates me. I know. He's on the right side politically. I mean, on the left side and all this other stuff, but he just bugs me. Here's our poll today. The Star-Spangled Banner should be sung. 694 vote already. We'll make that 1,000 easy. Easy, even after I leave to play golf. In English only, 423. In Inglés solamente, okay? Solamente en Inglés, 423. 60% plus. Rarely, it's a bad song. That's the correct answer, obviously. It's a horrible song, 114. Most people don't know the lyrics, and it's just ponderous, and it goes on
about Jose, can you see this?
Yeah. In any language, 93. Who gives a Schmidt? 61. That's a very good choice. In English or Spanish, solamente ocho. Only 8 people say English or Spanish. See that? And I hate this poll, too.
I think it should be in Pig Latin.
701. This is the latest, let's get everybody whipped up du jour, about what language should we speak. And so, we'll hop on. We'll bite. Speaking of biting, I hear footy of weaving a Y100 is what I heard. Yeah. Better get some of these calls on, though. I want to get really call-intensive this week because we got the book coming at 11:30 tomorrow morning. And we'll have to dissect that and chew it up and spit it out. I think mostly spitting it out. That's spitting, I said. WQAM, hello.
This is a crazy man.
WQAM, hello.
Illegal Andy in Canada.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to call you about 2 weeks ago to talk about that subject where the news came out that Bush had released the information about Valerie Plame, and then simultaneously almost the Bush administration and Fox News released information that they were going to use nuclear weapons on the Iranians for their nuclear program. I was just wondering if anybody brought that up, that I feel that they released that to kind of take away attention from the Valerie Plame thing, the whole let's nuke Iran deal.
Yeah. Well, they like changing the subject. Now, of course, the fact that we got all the important stuff going on, like the chicken Aruba,
Well, in closing, Neil, I think they stole the election.
WQAM, hello.
Can I man your back?
WQAM, hello. You have to always take a good deep breath. Always helps, okay? Yeah, take that deep breath like a vacuum cleaner, like a Kirby vacuum cleaner. Because most of these calls so far have sucked big time. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing, Pally?
Okay.
Can I ask, what is the...
Wait a minute. What is with this? Everybody who's called who hasn't been just an idiot has said, ask a question. This isn't 20 questions. What do you got? What would you like to say?
Well, I'd like to ask you, what is the I know they sell it in liters, but what are you paying in Canada? I don't know if you're driving up there, but what is the relationship to the cost of...
It's over $4 a gallon.
All right, so it's all relative then.
Well,
you don't watch
that mean?
The Sopranos, do you?
No, I do not.
Okay, because it's getting really ponderous at this point.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. Oh, my God. It's been over $4 a gallon for quite some time. In fact, it used to be like, it's expensive. And that's one of the reasons, one of the main reasons I don't have no car here. What the hell I want to maintain a car here and spend $4 a gallon for gas? Although when I go out and play golf in about 10 minutes, I probably wish I had that car. Now, what the hell is this that somebody... Oh, record price low for BBGI for Banjo Boy Group, Inc. Look at that. Somebody just faxed in. Thanks for the good news. Woo! Take a puke at that.
Down to 6.7, don't buy BBGI. Oi!
Wow. What is it now? It's 9 1/4? It says record price low for BBGI, and deservedly so, by the way. These people are just unbelievable. They drag their heels and drag their feet on everything, and bada beep, bada boo. Just like George and Josh's new deals. How are those coming, guys?
I think they're fermenting.
They're fermenting. They've got it over there in their still,
That's right.
Yeah, they got the still up in the hill over there in Aintree. That's correct. And how about Josh? How's your thing? Is it signed, sealed, delivered?
Not signed and sealed, but it's delivered, I'm told.
Yeah.
It's good to go.
Oh, but everything's fermenting over there on the West Coast.
Right. Percolating.
It's
bury it in the
percolating,
backyard,
just like your morning coffee. It's percolating over there, just like Maxwell House coffee. That's it. Boop, 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 boop. Wow. It is just, you know something, tomorrow morning at 11:30 we got the winter book coming out, and I think people are going to reap the windfall of their incompetence. I think it's going to be just astonishing. I think we may have to strap ourselves in. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can I talk to Neil?
Speaking.
Hello?
Let me say it again. Speaking.
He can hear you.
Neil, first of all, I got two things to tell you, man.
Yeah.
First, I want to tell George he showed very much disrespect for showing up to work.
Yeah, yeah.
And number two.
Rest of the crank call.
WQAM, hello.
Did you hear Neil's leaving QAM to go play golf?
First of all, George isn't an illegal alien. How do you like that? So that's why he showed up to work today. Only the illegals are not showing up to work. It's a great way to say thank you, America, for letting me sneak across the border and come in.
And now that we know who all those people are.
No, that's not the point. The point is this is a slap in the face.
Sure.
It's obnoxious. It's disgusting. And when you break into somebody's country, it's just like breaking into somebody's house, like I used the comparison before. You don't start making demands, okay? I demand this, and I demand that. Your mama, okay? Get lost, go back and mow the lawn, get out of my face.
And the businesses that are closed, those are the ones that are hiring those illegals, so you know who they are, so you know who to avoid in the future now.
Yeah. Because those people that are hiring illegal aliens, because they're a bunch of grave robbers, they're the ones who perpetuate the problem. Because they're the incentive. They set out the message, okay?
They're the enablers.
Incentive for them to risk their lives and come across the border so they can get these jobs.
That's right. They belong in jail.
And I say to Vicente Fox, you crook, you gangster, you. If things in Mexico, if people actually had a chance for a decent life there, people wouldn't be risking their lives to come across the border.
They don't allow illegals to go into Mexico.
That is correct. So I say boycott Vicente Fox. That's what I say. And don't eat any burritos today. Just pay back as a bitch. Don't eat any burritos, and certainly don't eat no quesadillas.
All right.
Although I do like a nice quesadilla. Chicken quesadilla is pretty good.
Had steak quesadilla yesterday.
Not today. Not bad.
Okay.
27 after 10 at QAMA. If you think you have termites in your home, you better call Ridditt Pest Control today for a free termite inspection. Ridditt Pest Control uses that amazing exclusive orange oil treatment that kills termites and their eggs 100% on contact. I mean, they're gone faster than you can say hasta luego. If you have termites, it's the best possible way to get rid of them. You don't have to tent your home, no worrying about poisonous gas, no moving out, no staying in hotels or motels. You also don't have to worry about your food or your pets and your health. Because at Ridditt, they treat your home with this amazing, unparalleled orange oil, and you don't have to leave it all. In fact, when they're done treating your property, the only thing left behind is the clean scent of oranges for just a few days. It's true. If you have a termite problem, call Ridditt Pest Control right now and find out about their amazing orange oil treatment that kills termites and their eggs 100% on contact. No tenting, no BS, no games, no kidding. Call right now for a free no-obligation inspection. And now's the time to check this out because now's the beginning of the dreaded termite season when they start chewing your house to bits. Call toll-free 1-800-447-4348. That's 1-800-447-4348. When you call, be sure and tell them that Todd Dreck told you to call. That'll really impress them, man. They'll be breathless. 1-800-447-4348.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Disgusting program. I urge everyone to complain to this station.
Absolutely.
Baby, you're doing great. You just gotta be quiet.
Okay.
Not so loud, okay, baby?
I love you, Tom.
Okay, I love you too, baby, but just stay quiet, okay? I said quiet. You're not Catholic anymore. You're a Scientologist.
I know it hurts. Tom, I love you.
Okay, I know you love me, so be quiet.
Shut
up! I said be quiet! Shut up! Shut up! I told you to shut up! I didn't want to have to do this! I said shut up!
Oh my God!
10:32 at 560 WQAM. Well, it'll teach that bitch to make all that noise.
That's right.
She got to dummy up while he's eating the placenta. Oh, man.
What?
This just in. Breaking news, man. Breaking news. Big news. The Supreme Court ruled today that one-time stripper and Playboy playmate Anna Nicole Smith could pursue part of her late husband's oil fortune. They said, you go, girl. Justices gave new legal impetus to Smith's bid to collect millions of dollars from the estate of J. Howard Marshall II. Her late husband's estate has been estimated as much as $1.6 billion. Oh, I'll take a little piece of that, please.
Yeah.
That's what Tonkin Thomas said, too, when he looked at Anna Nicole. He said,
yeah,
I'll have a little piece of
nice
that.
Things about you.
Plenty to go around. So let me just look up her dress one time. Smith has been embroiled in a long-running cross-country fight along with Marshall's youngest son, E. Pierce Marshall. The court's decision, which was unanimous, means that it will not end any time soon. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, writing for the court, said Smith should have a fresh chance to pursue claims in federal court. Dressed in all black, the former stripper wept in the courtroom in late February as justices discussed Marshall and whether he had intended to provide for her in death. When she arrived at the court, several photographers were knocked to the ground in a scuffle to take photos. They were knocked to the ground. The paparazzi. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got a question for you.
Another question, yeah.
All right. No more. I have a comment.
No more questions, man.
All right, a comment, Neil. George should not be at work. He is a punk. He needs to go out there and protest. He is Hispanic.
What is he going to protest?
How many calls is this guy going to make?
Yeah, what is he going to protest?
Protest the immigration policy of the Bush administration.
And what policy is that?
No policy at all.
Uh-huh.
We need some
let me ask you something. Where are you calling me from a cell phone?
No.
Well, where are you right now?
I'm in Fort Lauderdale.
Well, I'm not talking about what city. I'm talking about where. Are you in a building?
Well, I'm on my way to the protest now.
Yeah, well, get busy. Yeah, found a way to protest my ass.
I'm bringing the gasoline.
You're so
to
full of it. Protest. You know, they had 300,000 people protesting against the war and all the bloodshed in New York on over the weekend. And these same morons that are out there today, that's what they ought to be protesting. Almost 3,000 Americans dead. You know, the best estimate is 180,000 wounded. 180,000 is the number they put on it now, wounded. I mean, 18,000. Well, pretty soon it'll be 180. 18,000. And these idiots, you ought to be out there protesting what? That's not what these people are protesting. They're not protesting the fact this government don't have an immigration policy.
Right.
These are a bunch of beaners out there protesting the fact that, we're not going to give them like some kind of special status. Wave that magic wand and say, okay, you are Americans now. Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance, Baruch Atah, Yiscad Alvi. Wow. You know, I have a feeling that the people across the street, I got a piece of advice for them. And if the Democrats were smart, they'd take the same advice, okay? Don't do anything.
Yeah.
Just sit back. No, listen.
No, you're right.
Democrats need to just sit back and let the Republicans implode, self-destruct, because that's what they're doing. And the same thing for the people across the street. Don't make any rash moves. Just sit back and fumble your incompetent way along. Put the swill on the ear, and you'll be okay.
Just coast along.
Just coast it along. That's right, because this place is imploding. Every single morning that I sit down here, there are new and shocking developments. None of them good, by the way. Not a single one of them good. It is just amazing to me. And, of course, today is the 1st of May, which means El Cinco de Mayo is coming up on Friday. You're going to be working on Cinco de Mayo, you punk? What the hell's wrong with you, man? You got to be in solidarity with your Hispanic brethren.
Right. Hey,
El
just because my ancestors raped those
Simon
people doesn't make us brothers.
Jose Marti.
Yeah.
Right? Radio Marti.
I'll have a martini.
Did I mention that Andy Garcia's making another Cuba movie? He's more obsessed than your buddy Miguel there. Just obsessed. It was Cuba. Just, and I think he's also trying to exploit Godfather 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's about, the mafia and the casinos and this and that and bada-beep, bada-boop and all this other crap. I wonder if they're going to talk about how the fact that Batista was being paid off by all the mobsters.
Let's hope.
Which is why they had the casinos there in the first place. Right. I doubt it.
Michael?
No, he's going to be talking mostly about Alien and Maris Greasy Ass and the Miami family and all that great chapter. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
One question for you.
No more questions. All done with questions. If you start your call by saying, I got a question, you are history. You are gone. Just like magic. Just like that. Speaking of gone, footy. The legendary South Florida. Now, what is that legendary? I mean, legendary my ass.
Yeah.
What word legendary in whose mind? This is in the Herald, by the way, so take it with 4 grains of salt. And I don't know about you, but are you having, well, of course, you don't probably read the Sun Sentinel online.
I don't.
But I can't, they're having I'm having problems with their website, and it can't be me because it's the only website I have problems with. The only one. Maybe Josh can explain that to me.
I have no problem with it, so it is you.
Well, but how's that possible? Why would that be?
I have no idea. I read it every morning, and I just went to it right now.
Really?
Maybe they're blocking Canadians.
No, well, let's see. Let me do it right now.
Do it.
Okay, sunsentinel.com. Can that. Anyway, can that too. Okay, there's the masthead, there's the top part, and the rest of it, I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait. The rest of the main page. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and waiting, and the little thing is, nothing's happened. And then eventually, it finally will open, and then you'll click on a story that you might want to get to the story, and nothing happens. And then even I went to Firefox, and I do the same thing. This has been going on for about 5 days now. Oh, there it is. Former USF professor to be deported after 1.5 years in prison. A judge today sentenced former Professor Sami Al-Arian to another 1.5 years in prison before he'll be deported in his terrorism. That's the schmuck from over in Tampa. Remember at USF?
Right.
Dolphins Taylor stabbed in road rage incident. Dolphins defensive end outside linebacker Jason Taylor was stabbed last night in a roadside incident near his Davie home. He's okay, though. Now, let's see if I click on... Oh, and look at that. Something's going on here. Now, all of a sudden, it comes up. I think Tom Jicka just took the hold off on my computer.
You had a
he put a wicked spell on there.
Canadian filter.
Yeah, that's it. Boy, I tell you, Dolphins, man, they got sorest. Because Dante's Culpeppers, not only has he got a real crappy attitude, but he's also got a bad knee, and he's injured, and he ain't going to be able to play the first half of the season. And now, they didn't wind up getting Joey Harrington, did they, Josh?
Well, not yet.
Oh, I sure hope they do. Because he really sucks. He is bad. He'll make them long for A.J. Touchy-Feely. That's how bad he is. He is pathetic. He'd be bad. So basically, they don't have any quarterback now.
No, they have some turd burger that I've never heard of.
They have somebody that they mentioned. I saw about 4 minutes of the draft show over the weekend.
And I didn't even know who he is.
And nobody ever heard of him before. He ain't even as good as Serge Rosencrantz-Feld's Schwartz. So they're going to have some real problems. Of course, Ricky, I don't think Ricky's coming up here, though. They said they don't want him to exhaust that much of the weed supply, so the local officials are really reconsidering letting him come up. Plus, the Dolphins aren't going to let him out of his... He's got a contract that says that he can't play anywhere else anyway.
I'll be damned.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Well, that's what the deal is, and Nick Saban says, at least so far. So this business, he's coming to Toronto, he's going to play for the Argos. In fact, the article in the paper said, even mentioned the fact that he's, very fond of the wicked weed, and that coming here, he'd be a very happy camper because everybody and their brother is smoking openly here. Practically gagging on it. The new Black Panther Party rallies to support accuser, and the Duke, look at that, the new Black Panther Party meets near Duke University. Just what we needed.
The former stripper Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah, we know. We just had that. Beat you, Mrs. Limbaugh. And, of course, he got a slap on the wrist on Friday. Rush. Everybody's more talking about. A little tap on the wrist. Hey, don't do it again. Pay $3,000 or whatever it was. We're going to put you on probation, and, very sad. 10:42 at 560 WQM. What's better than staying cool and comfortable all summer long? And boy, pretty soon it's going to be as hot as Hades every day for months and months and months. How about getting an instant $1,200 cool cash rebate on the world's smartest air conditioner, the 5-star edition of the Carrier Infinity system? And to make things even better for you can get this fabulous system from Royce Air and Heat, where they've been taking care of Tri-County area families for 3 long, amazing generations. As a Carrier factory authorized dealer, Royce guarantees your 100% satisfaction. And that guarantee is backed by Carrier. The people who invented air conditioning have now invented the Carrier Infinity system that actually performs a daily diagnostic check and then adjusts itself for maximum efficiency. And to maintain maximum efficiency on your current air conditioner, join the Royce Air and Heat Comfort Club. Twice a year, they come to your home, they inspect and tune up your system. And if you ever have any kind of problems at all with your AC, you'll enjoy priority same-day service and 10% off on any needed repairs, too. All of these things for just $110 a year. So whether you choose the 2-speed Infinity system with Puron or peace of mind all year round with the Comfort Club, either way, make the smart choice the Royce choice. Call them toll-free, 1-800-377-0075. That's Royce Air and Heat. Be sure and tell them that ancient, crabby old Neil told you to call 1-800-377-0075.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
You call this big market radio?
Do you enjoy sharing the great outdoors with your life partner? Then hit the trail with a new Brokeback mountain bike.
I wish I knew how to quit pedaling.
Just keep pumping. We're almost there. What you do when you get to the top of the mountain is none of our business.
It could be like this, just like this. Always.
What? Sweaty, stinky with all these blisters? Oh, yeah, right.
I know when my butt hurts.
The Brokeback mountain bike. The bisexual built for 2.
How am I going to get over this log?
CNN, all new.
Oh, look at that. They just had your boy on there.
My boy?
Yeah, your boy, Bush and his twin. We'll get to that eventually. Yeah. 802 vote. The Star-Spangled Banner should be sung in English only, 485. They just, Homestead got on the national TV, by the way. They just had all them protesters, all them beaners down there in Homestead running around. See, I see. Jose, can you see? Get lost. 802 votes. English only 485. Rarely it's a bad song, 121. That's for damn sure. In any language, 101. Whatever you like. Who gives a Schmidt? 83. Excellent choice. In English or in Espanol, solamente 9. And I hate this poll, only 3. out of 807 vote already. But we got that 1,000 licked. In fact, I'm going to go play golf once we get to 1,000 votes, so hurry it up. Let's get with it. Footy, the Herald says the legendary South Florida morning radio host will put on his last show this week after more than 3 decades on the air, according to CBS 4. The veteran on-air personality, whose name is John Cross, will host his final segment for the Y100 morning show on Y100 this Friday, the news station say. Cross, whatever his name is, who became co-host in the morning 32 years ago, said he'll continue overseeing his charity, Here's Help, which has raised money for numerous area organizations. What else could I possibly do in radio, he told reporter Brian Andrews.
You fairy.
I'm not going to go to satellite because I ain't moving and nobody wants to syndicate a guy from Miami, so this is it, you're stuck with me. Yeah, nobody wants to syndicate a guy from Miami. So you're stuck. I don't know what that means, so you're stuck with me. His last show is Friday, but we're stuck with him. Do you have any idea what that means?
I don't know what that means.
I have no clue. And don't care either. Care much less. Speaking of radio, we got those big ratings coming out 11:30 tomorrow morning. Bridge Ratings has released its latest update to their ongoing study of consumer awareness of the 2 satellite radio brands, along with subscription trends. The latest results go right up to this week, finding that as the study has gone on, brand loyalty and programming options have become a more important factor for consumers, the majority of whom have said that Sirius has superior programming to XM. However, here's the big but. However, the power of Howard Stern to bring in new Sirius subscribers appears to have stalled out. After adding over 1 million new subscribers in the fourth quarter of 2005, there was a 26% drop-off to 814,000 new subscriptions in the first quarter of this year. Looking at the same time frames, XM added approximately 900,000 subscribers in quarter 4 of last year, with another 568,000 in the first quarter of this year, a 37% drop-off. In the first month of the second year, Bridge says that the Stern effect has basically stalled. Bridge estimates that roughly 1.1 million, 8.4% of Stern's fans have followed him to Sirius, 8%. When Stern fans were asked through April why they had not subscribed to Sirius, 32% said they didn't miss his show enough to sign up, with 25% saying the costs involved were too much to pay. Looking at which Satcaster was acquiring more subscribers, the pendulum has swung back and forth week to week between the two, with XM pulling ahead for much of April. Programming options and a lack of commercials remain the top 2 reasons why new subscribers made their choices. As for awareness of the 2 brands, this number's also gone back and forth week to week, with XM on top again for much of April. Bridge Ratings will release its second full quarter findings in July. So strap yourselves in, baby. In July, we'll find out. You ready for that? Is that some exciting news or what? Almost as exciting as Footy is going to hang up his microphone. I don't even know if I ever heard him on the air. I do know he's a real jerk. At least I've been told.
I've never heard of him.
He did some kind of he was working for that some broadcasting school. I'm not sure whether it's the one we used to advertise or who it was.
I don't know.
And we had some intern that came and said, oh, yeah, he went to one of Footy's classes.
Mm-hmm.
And Footy said, well, whatever you do, don't be like that Neil Rogers, because he's unprofessional, and don't be like him.
Right,
and
yeah.
Remember that? Just trash the hell out of me.
Sure, who would want to be successful?
Who would want to make that kind of money and be successful and live the fine life that he's living in Toronto and not have to be in the swill of South Florida? That's right. Don't be like me, whatever you do, Footy. Loser. Yeah, gone fishing. Go fishing, sweetheart. Go have a great life. Twerp. At any rate, 567, like I said, going to take a lot of calls today, man, because you can see already, well, at least we did see a little while ago, that they were foaming at the mouth. That's too bad about that Banjo Boy Group Inc. stock going down so bad. WQAM, hello.
Wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello. Wonder.
Mm-hmm. Boy, he seems to be fading badly lately. It must be those tight suspenders. 5670560. Boy, they were on fire for a while there, weren't they? They must have taken that guy's advice. They must be all hitting the streets now, getting out there for that protest. Right. They're boycotting it. Maybe they're just boycotting the show today. Wouldn't be the first time. Or maybe they're boycotting the fact we got Gildy. 2 again. Well, why not just give him the deal, okay? I mean, it's pretty obvious they want to put him on there every day 2 to 4. Just give it to him, okay? And stop with this game that you're playing, whatever it is, this kind of sadistic thing that they're doing to all of us. Just put him on there. We're not going to be too happy about it, but then again, at least it'll be the other half of the daring duo that we used to have in the morning, now that the Mo-Man is gone. There's Clara Bell, boy. He is just a wizard, just a miracle worker. WQAM, hello.
Hooray, hooray, 1st of May. Outdoor.
WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Yes, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Neil, this is Marco. You're the Italian listener for many, many years.
Yeah, see.
I was in Italy. I'm back in Miami, and I'm very happy to hear your voice again.
Uh-huh.
I wanted just to comment something, Neil, about your show, if it's possible.
Yeah.
It looks like the audience has really dropped in quality, and they have very little interest in, the most important things that happen in this country.
No, it's the same. It's the same group.
You
of
run a lot of
idiots. It's the same group of idiots.
The most silly things, and I guess
that
what
is
the
correct.
audience
Well,
wants.
it's very representative of
But,
America. Okay,
I was
it's
very
typical, and
surprised.
have a great day. And arrivederci and buonasera and bye bye with a bad phony accent. 5670560 pound 560 in the Verizon Singular Wireless lines. I wonder what time they had the meeting to set these calls up today. This was good.
I don't know. I think they meet at Denny's.
Was that what it was? They got together at Denny's?
The corner table there, the big one.
Or at U-Hop. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, just got a comment about these immigrants. Send all the pesos back, but save all the fine women.
Yeah, okay.
Huh?
Don't ask. Don't ask, and I won't tell. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing? Welcome back.
Welcome back from where?
I'm just kidding. I haven't been listening for a while. I've been out of town. But I wanted to ask you, while you're bashing your management there, kid, did you ever figure out what the static is? Usually it's a Mexican station. Now it's Russian today in the background.
We don't know and we don't care. How's that? That's the QM attitude. We don't know, we don't care, and don't bother us with such important things.
I'm sorry. I'd rather listen to you, though, not the other station, but appreciate it.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Evidently, we've had a lot more of that, and of course, nobody's telling us about it from the inside. Only the audience lets us know what's really going on, It's like when we have to read Barry Jackass to find out about programming decisions that are being made. Same thing, because nobody inside probably even listening anyway. They're listening to Power 96. First time in my life I ever worked in a place, even if I was down there in the building, if you have one of your mad rushes to the tea room during a commercial break, and you can't really hear when the break is going to end or, how fast you have to get back because they don't have the station on the monitors anywhere in the building.
Right. Just to be fair, they don't have the other station on in there either.
Well, no, just the sounds of silence.
That's right.
Well, at least it's equal opportunity indifference. That's
good acoustics in there for the other sounds you hear.
But you can hear Power 96 on the phone.
Well, that's correct. They sure wouldn't want to put this on the phone.
Oh,
God forbid. Can you imagine all the people they'd piss off putting the Neil Rogers show on the phone? We're not even talking about sports and the sanctity of the NFL draft. You have to be daft not to catch the draft. It is so. And now that that's over with, what do they do now? What do the sports nerds do now? The Marlins are 6-16. I mean, they can win a fixed game, and it just they couldn't draw flies to a manure pile. And so that's done. And, of course, the Panthers, their playoffs are, there ain't no playoffs. So what do you got going on now? And, of course, the Heat lost again. Oh, my God, to the Bulls? Wow. That's embarrassing. And they had all that controversy in that one game. They got all disorganized and discaboobled and just falling apart at the seams. Can you imagine if they should get eliminated, if I can say that? Hey, can I say that, Joyce? Eliminate?
No.
Wouldn't that be something? Because then what? It's a long, hot summer, baby, between the 1st of May and football. When's the first exhibitionist game? August something?
Oh, yeah, August.
Boy, June, July, August. Man, oh, man. 3 solid months. What the hell are the sports nerds going to do there except maybe go out and play some golf?
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
This is the Neil Rogers Show.
I kick your ass.
This is your brain. Any questions?
Gas prices out of sight, siphoning my neighbor's car at night. $3 a gallon blows, like to strangle myself with a hose. You're killing me, Exxon. Feel like an employee of Enron. Have to stop at the bank, get $100 to fill my tank. I wish I had a Vespa scooter I could ride. I passed a head station and I broke down and cried. Look at the price cross-eyed. If things get any worse, they'll have to fill the tank in my hearse. Have to raise extra cash, sell my body or start dealing hash. I'm gonna be dirt poor, moving to the Barnes and Noble store. Sticker shock at the pump, to top it off you must be Donald Trump. I wish I had a Vespa scooter I could ride. I passed a head station and I broke down and cried. Look at the price cross-eyed. A total living hell. Wish I had vital organs to sell. Could go truck any day. Auction off my children on eBay. May have to sell my Ford or move into a house of cardboard. Might be triple bypass because the rip-off prices of gas.
Thank you, Mr. President, for those low gas prices. Thank you so very much. So very much. Oh, look at this. They're interviewing some illegal immigrants.
To his right is Jose.
You see, this whole thing is bogus because, like on CNN, Day Without Immigrants is what they're calling this thing today. And this has got nothing to do with immigrants. Immigrants are people that came in legally through the process, who waited online,
like most
and
American
who were processed, and like most people who are law-abiding. We're talking about illegal aliens, is what we're talking about. So why the hell don't they? A little bit of truth in packaging would be okay, CNN. You liars, you phonies, you bastards, you grave robbers.
It's everybody. Local news, every other news outlet, everyone.
Well, I can understand there because they're busy pandering.
But everybody.
Dolphins defensive end / outside linebacker Jason, how do you like my calendar, Taylor, was stabbed last night in a road rage incident near his Davie home. Did you see this, Josh?
Yes, I did.
Wouldn't that be bad if they lost Jason Taylor for the season? That's a rumor I'm hearing. It's one we just made up. Maybe he could be the quarterback, too. My wife and I were the victims of an unfortunate incident last night, but we're both fine, he said in a statement released by his charity foundation. I truly appreciate everyone's concern. Now, there's a guy, he gives it 400%. I'll say that for him, even though I hate the team like poison. But, there's a guy who goes out there and he tries.
And he's really good player.
Him and Zach, your buddy Zach?
Yeah.
Not that Zach. The injury Taylor sustained to his arm was minor enough that he was able to participate this morning in a charity golf tournament for Tampa Bay Buccaneers linebacker Derek Brooks in Tampa. So I'm not assuming that was the charity golf tournament the Humper was off to, because this one was in Tampa. Right?
Right.
Seth Levitt, who was the Jason Taylor Foundation spokesman, said Taylor and his wife Katrina were driving home from church when the incident occurred. Oh, and speaking of church, guess what else I saw on Biography last night?
What did you see on Biography last night?
The BTK killer.
Oh, yeah. The BLT killer.
In Wichita.
Right. Good church-going man.
He wasn't. He was the president of the congregation. Of his Lutheran congregation.
That's
I'll tell you, man, beware those Lutherans. I got some neighbors. By the way, we're going to put a big flag up on the front of my house going to say, he has fallen. To counteract the one that said he has risen, He has fallen.
Yeast has risen.
And can't get up. Taylor, 31, is set to enter his 10th season with the Dolphins, yada, yada, yada. Bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop. More details to come. It's interesting. The Sun Sentinel, it's been that way for like 4 days. Just kind of like frozen and suspended. As soon as I mentioned it on the air, like magic. Where's that magic wand you got? Like that.
Yeah, I was
and all of a sudden, it's like back to normal again, like all the other websites on my computer. That's strange. I don't want to sound paranoid or anything like that. I don't want to be one of those real conspiratorial, but it seems very suspicious to me. 5670560. It's the Gildy warm-up show, man. We got Gildy at 2. See, I think the new format is we got a bunch of people who show up pretty much whenever it's convenient for them, is the new format.
All right.
It's kind of interesting. You got to admit, nobody in another station in the country's got a deal like that.
Keep them guessing.
We got several people. That's right. I mean, I show up whenever I'm supposed to when I realize we got that nice, posh summer schedule coming up very, very soon. Oh, not soon enough, but very soon. But at least we know what that schedule is. Also, let me just pass this along in case there's anybody inside the building listening, which I doubt. At 2 o'clock, when the ID is over, and then whatever cute stuff you put in there after the ID, that's when you chop us off. Not whenever you feel like it. And certainly not before the legal ID like you done on Friday. As a matter of fact, no, it's just getting to the point now. The janitor goes in there, and all of a sudden he's like...
when it comes to entertainment, it's Neil Rogers Middays. Sports Radio 560, WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
See, there was a legal ID to make up for the one we missed at 2 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah.
Because we got a quota to fill, like the cops there, like the porkers. Yeah, we got to fill our quota. Because from what I'm being told this morning is we have just, it's kind of like a sliding rotation in there. They're sliding and rotating it. And whoever happens to be running the board at 2, it's somebody different every day. Oh, well, what do I do now? And is that it? Do we chop those bastards out? And probably Gildy's there. Cut them off, like that. Wouldn't surprise me. Gildy's got his fine nose in it. WQAM, Gildy line, hello. Not there. Oh, it sounds good, though. QAM, hello.
With the dealio.
And our last one, WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes.
It's Charlene from the Mad Dog Show.
Oh, hi, Charlene.
Hey, I'm a regular on Mad Dogs.
Are you really?
It's the first day I've called you.
Yeah, so what do you got, Charlene?
I seen Josh on the website. He's a mighty handsome man.
Yeah, Josh Taylor.
Yes, and he's very huge.
Okay, great.
5670560. I told you he's starting to look a little pudgy on there. I told you that. Film actress Susan Sarandon has revealed how she felt isolated and frightened by death threats and verbal attacks as she criticized the U.S. presence in Iraq. The Thelma and Louise actress, a longtime political activist, said she was branded a Bin Laden lover for questioning the U.S. invasion of Iraq. An interview to be screened today on ITV1 in England for Jonathan Dimbleby's programming. She said that the way she and her family have been targeted by the media and the public was horrifying. Horrifying. Ms. Sarandon, 59, said she believed that there should have been more debate before the war, but that anyone who questioned U.S. policy was labeled un-American. Of course, we know that. I don't think I ever thought somebody would ever really kill me, although there were some people who said, I'd like somebody to knock her off on the radio and stuff like that, she said. Well, people say a lot of crap on the radio. Right?
No, they don't.
Day Without Immigrants is what they keep labeling this, and this has got absolutely nothing to do with immigrants, okay? Once again, CNN, totally bogus. It's just like the Great Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, all these other lies they put on the screen as they do nothing but suck up to the Bushmeister, to all the fascists. Day Without Immigrants, my fat ass.
On American soil. This is the time to do that. This window is not going to open.
Okay, let me jump in here because you packed in about 3 big points right there, and I was hoping to break it up a little bit. So, Greg, let me get you in here. You're taking a little bit more of a pragmatic approach, and you're saying, hold on, before we go and join our Hispanic brothers and sisters on the front lines, let's stop and ask a question.
Front lines or what? If these people want to be on the front line, send them to Iraq. How's that?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. We got a shortage. Colin Powell said we didn't send enough troops. Let's send all these protesters over there if they want to show how much they love America and how much they want to be in America. Go over there and fight for your country, for Christ's sakes, and stop worrying about who's going to pick the damn strawberries.
They can be citizens over there.
And other fruits. 5670560. They can probably form a new government. And pound 560 in the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. Here, all these people are out there protesting and marching. It's a big, big day. It's El Uno de Mayo, baby. Not to mention El Cinco de Mayo, which is coming up on Friday. We're going to have Simon Bolivar on here to discuss it. And Che Guevara. Aren't we?
Yeah, Che Guevara.
And Jose Jimenez. And a bunch of other important Julios. WQAM, hello.
Te quiero, mi amor.
Alien line. Look at that phone, man. Dead as a doornail.
I thought we were going to take calls all day.
Golf. It's a beautiful day, huh?
Yeah, I thought we were going to take calls all day.
We were going to take calls all day if we had them, but I think those same 6 people, they're exhausted now, man. They're sucking oxygen. 16 degrees, that's 61 already. It's going to be 70 here today. It's sunny. It's going to be 70 tomorrow. 72. Oh, it's a beautiful week. Much too nice to be sitting in here, up on my haunches here, begging for phone calls. I'm not going to play that game. See, in that first segment there, we had the lines were smoking when I didn't want them. Now that we want them because we want to be phone call intensive, it's like, well, we're out of material. Yeah, I noticed. I noticed that about 5 years ago. WQAM, hello.
Neil, a Godfather inquiry, if I may.
No more questions. No more. Say something. For once in your lives, it's the 1st of May. It's a very important day, so they tell us muy importante, whatever the hell that means. Get with it. Say something. Have an opinion. Express yourself. Bunch of deadheads, man, and this crap of, Miami's making a big comeback, and you're just out of touch, Neil. Oh, yeah. Who the hell are you kidding, huh? Who are you people kidding? Man, even my golden retriever never left such piles like these people dish out. Just unbelievable. Just nonstop manure. WQAM, hello.
Neil, I just have one thing to say. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
9-point rule.
WQAM, hello.
Are you taking a lot of water with that Leatherquin?
WQAM, hello.
Stand up for your people, George.
Nice phony accent.
Oh, he was almost as good as my Italian paisan they called before. All the phony accents all the time. These are coming from the West Coast, by the way. These are the Beasley's pissed off with you for doing that banjo boy grouping.
We could set a new record today.
No problem at all. This is the week for it. This is the week for it. My ears, I can't hear it that well anyway. My ears are plugged up like a
and by the way,
a drum.
I am standing up for my own people, legal immigrants.
Oh, that's a new one. WQAM, hello.
George, get your ass out there and do something.
What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? Yeah. Get your ass out there. Yeah. What are you doing besides sitting there on your boyfriend's lap?
I'm doing something. I'm doing my job.
Yeah, this idiot. That's right. He's doing his job, man. He isn't going out to play golf today or finding some other reason just to show up whatever the hell he feels like it, like most of the QM staff. And I'm serious. You know the Miss America contest?
Yeah.
The Miss Universe contest? We ought to have the Miss Management contest. And I know who the winner is. Hands down your pants. It is just staggering. Staggering. It's the 1st of May, man. The year is almost half over. And these people are like that. They are clueless and shoeless. And then your sales manager stuck his redneck head in the door this morning, Yahoo, and he gave you like some glittering generalities there. Oh, and let me say another thing, speaking of our sales department. Next time you send any cigars up here, Brett, you pay the postage, okay?
I forgot all about that.
I get a FedEx package on Friday, and it cost me $8 per cigar. He sends me 5 cigars. It cost me $43 for a FedEx because Brett's an idiot. $43 for a package. I thought when I went downstairs the package is going to be like a nice box of cigars or something. No, 5 cigars. That's $8 a piece. Boy, I sure hope they're good, man. Once I get over my flu, I'm going to start smoking a big fat one and a cigar too. I mean, $43.
Pretty steep.
My God, that would last me at least, 20, 30 seconds at Woodbine on a good machine, on a bad machine. That $43 might have been the 43 that would have got me $4 grand on the line. You never know. Might have got me the $166,000 progressive jackpot, Brett. So you owe me $166,000, you loser, you idiot. Here's a guy who don't even know how to send a FedEx. Schmuck. 891 votes. Boy, we got that 1,000 licked by noon. I'm almost. Maybe 12:30.
About 30, man.
Fact says, being a degenerate gambler, I enjoyed listening to Eddie K late at night, even though the Cuban station can be heard in the background. We've evidently got some very serious signal problems, too. It is no longer possible to listen to your station late at night, as the Cuban station is now even louder than Eddie K. Is the station doing anything about this?
No.
Or are they going to stick their head in the sand like they did in South Park and pretend it doesn't exist?
Yes.
Thanks, Pally, it says. Probably a fax from across the street, no doubt.
From what I'm told,
yes,
we've gone so far as to write letters to the State Department to complain about that. And nothing. What's the State Department going to do? Something?
Well, I think that we ought to go like 8 million watts then. Crank up that transmitter, baby.
Or else just talk real loud. How's that?
Teach you a lesson, Fidel, you bearded bastardo, you bugarron. By the way, he's making his big speech today, all them commie pinkos, because it's the 1st of May, you know? All those socialists are having their big May Day deal today.
Right. It's Commie Day.
Yeah, that's right. It's Commie Pinko Day. In fact, maybe that's what all these people are marching about.
Right.
Maybe they're in sympathy with Fidel Castro.
Comunista.
Comunista.
Right.
How do you like that? I think we just outed them. They're out of the closet.
You fairy.
You know, sometimes the things you can't see can really hurt you. In South Florida for 28 years, Dry Concepts is the best at dry cleaning carpets. And when you dry clean your carpets, you can clean today and entertain tonight. Carpets stay cleaner longer with no sticky residue left behind. And with over 50,000 satisfied customers, including me, you won't be alone. Let me remind you that Dry Concepts are also the experts in water damage. Good to know that during hurricane season. Certified technicians get you out of the mold zone in just minutes, not days. And Dry Concepts can get your home or business dry within 24 to 72 hours. It's guaranteed. To top it all off, Dry Concepts has a state-of-the-art Oriental rug cleaning plant, only one that exists in South Florida, by the way, on site. That's dedicated to keeping your expensive area rugs looking brand spanking new. So do yourself a big favor and do what I've been doing for over 21 years now. Call Dry Concepts toll-free at 1-800-248-5071. They'll give you a written guaranteed price up front and then do an unmatchable, unbeatable job every time. That's 1-800-248-5071 or log on to their website, dryconcepts.com. And when you call, be sure and tell them that Troy Stratford told you to call.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Rogers. Recently, thousands of immigrants have taken to the streets. We think that's wrong. We're Up You, the United Protesters Union. Up You represents the millions of trained, qualified American protesters who are losing their jobs to illegal demonstrators willing to march for a fraction of the cost. These immigrants carry poorly crafted banners and signs with slogans that aren't even written in English. This nation was built on the backs of complaining Americans, and the United Protesters Union believes it should stay that way. Every time an illegal alien marches in the protest line, an American marches to the unemployment line. Please join Up You and get these foreigners off our streets and back to taking some other American's job.
All right. It's 11:19 at 560 WQ, and we got Gildy 2 to 4 just about every day now, man, like a slap in our face, slap in the audience's ears. Anyway, we got Neil Young's big protest the war song.
I was taking a bath all about a Saturday night.
You don't think I'm really going to go out and buy that piece of turd, do you?
No.
No chance. Maybe Brett will send it to me in a FedEx package.
I was thinking when you played that, boy, this sounds like Splish Splash.
No, that's Neil Young. That's his protest. So let's clean up our act in Iraq. Everybody hop in the tub. Laura says, while listening to Phil Henry the other night, he was talking about how there were only a handful of excellent radio talk show hosts. He listed himself, of course, Howard Stern, some guy named Rome, and Neil Rogers in Miami. At least he knows excellent when he hears it, says Laura. Well, he's sure changing his tune now that he's leaving terrestrial radio, isn't he?
Or radio, period, from what we hear.
Exactly. He's going to concentrate on that big TV career, Dick Green.
Are you sure?
That's what we heard. That's what you said. Well, isn't that something? I guess I'm supposed to be complimented by that or whatever?
Yeah, I guess.
Am I supposed to feel like that was a high compliment? He must have been high. 5670560, pound 560. You know, there are a lot of people out there who want to live in the past. You know, you can't do that. There's no more IOD with Rick and Suds and yours truly and Phil Henry and Randy. And, it doesn't exist anymore. That's in the past, okay? That, like the movie. That was then. This is now. All these people that want to live in the past. And I'm supposed to be the old fuddy-duddy living in the past. And you know something? There were a lot of good things in the past, and there was also a lot of crap. See, the old people who want to live in the past, the nostalgia crowd, they in their mind, they siphon out all the crap. And they only think about the highlights, you know, which there weren't that many. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Because the passage of time makes everything in the past seem, oh, man, it was so great, you know.
Right.
Like under Greg Reed. Remember how great everything was?
No.
Me either. WQAM, hello. Not there, but we got a lot of those today, man. Very impatient. I realize you got to go out there and march on those front lines, baby. All you illegals. But give us just a moment of your time. WQAM, hello. QAM. WQAM, hello.
Neil, how you doing, man?
Okay.
A lot of tension today, don't you feel it?
Yeah, I can smell it.
Hey, can you play something to lighten things up a little bit?
Such as?
Sitting on the bench in Del Rey.
Oh, get out of here. Lighten up a little. What's light about that? Oh, that's not it. What is that?
I don't know. Sounds similar.
It is.
Sitting in front of the tube. I've been sitting since the crack of noon.
Cube. I kind of like that better than this. Oh, this is so old and pottery. Speaking of old. Happy Shavuos.
My wife took their car to the mall. She drives my Buick and she's 3 feet tall.
That's enough of that. I want to get a lot of important calls on. Nobody wants to hear that old retread again. That's going to lighten things up a little bit. Selfish, man. You're just selfish. You're like most of the other people in South Florida. What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for me? I just gave you about 20 seconds of it, no extra charge. We're going to start charging by the word. Is that a good idea?
All right. I'll start keeping a tally.
And now that Hank, instead of doing his show, is out there busy playing charity golf, maybe he'll start charging by the ball. WQAM, hello.
Ask you a question.
WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm a long-time listener.
Yes?
The second generation, actually. My father used to drive around.
Yeah.
And I would listen to your show. And in you going to all the different stations that you went to, I've continued to listen to you. And basically, I love your show. George, I love your content as well. I love your religious content you talk about. Yes, the religious content and also the political.
Right.
I enjoy that as well. In closing, I'd like to say to the people who might be listening that work at WQAM that I think they need to really listen up because I feel that you're going to not renew your contract coming up.
Well, I got 3 years to go, man. I got 3 years to go. I'm 63 years old. Am I supposed? Let me ask you an honest question.
Yeah, you go ahead.
How old are you?
I'm 31 years old.
Okay. Now, do you aspire to work until you're dead?
No, I do not.
Would you like to work until you're like 75 or something like that? I don't want to do that either, see?
No, I'd like to work till I'm comfortable, and then I could sit there and go and enjoy life. And
I could do that. I could do that right now. I could walk out of here right now and do that. I got plenty of cash.
Exactly. And you know what? There's going to be a big black hole void in their radio station when you leave.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. And they need to learn that.
This is the week for protest. I think you inspired me. I'm going to do my boycott tomorrow. That's right.
In closing, I have one film recommendation for you.
Okay.
George is probably not going to agree as far as the actor, but I personally thought that the film content was really good. It's a movie called The Foreigner with Steven Seagal. It had really, really good. Did you
see it, George?
No, never heard of it.
He never heard of it.
No, it was on USA, but it had really good plot content. Normally, his plot content is not all that. and he also does a little bit over-dramatic on the martial arts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, he was very good with the plot content, and as well as the fighting scenes were realistic. They didn't go overboard with that. So that's pretty much it, and it was really good talking with you, Neil.
Thanks a lot, Pally. Have a great day.
You take it easy.
See, there was, now that's it. That's a great call, and that's
Sure.
all we need. Now the rest of them can be all idiots.
Can be.
No, seriously, 31, perfect demographic, good guy, sounded like he had an IQ larger than his thumb, and he had something to say. And I think the most important part of that call was his suggestion that I boycott this current regime, man, because they're just killing us. Seriously, I think what we ought to do is put out a call for help. Remember when Lee Harvey Oswald got arrested? And he said, I forget the exact verbiage, and I should know it because I just saw that documentary the other day, but he put out a call for assistance. He's asking for somebody to step forward and assist him because he doesn't have any idea what it was all about, and he's being set up, and I'm just a patsy, and which of course is true. Although don't call me Patsy. Unless it's Patsy Cline. Poor Patsy Cline. She was okay. You know, she had her hits. She had like Crazy, which of course fits right into this radio station. Crazy. I mean, what is really going on with these people there? I mean, you know, you're there. Are they like running around? They're just waiting for tomorrow for the other balls to drop when those numbers come out tomorrow morning?
Look, they're in a position that they can't extricate
I know the
themselves
position.
from.
I've seen people in that position. Remember in Requiem?
Oh, yeah.
For Conley?
Rectum.
Ass to ass. I've seen a lot of people in that position. They're in a position what?
That there's no remedy for.
Yeah. But you know something? It's like me with the flu, you know? When I first got this thing, and I don't know whether I was getting a bad cold. To this point, I'm still out here. My ears are plugged up, but once they pop open, I'll feel, when your ears, after you've had your ears plugged up for a few days with a cold?
Like a gasm, yeah.
Oh, my God. It's better than sex by far. But at least you try to do something. You know, you take a NyQuil, you do something. But these are people who are sitting around like they're in suspended animation, man. They're like frozen in time. Frozen in time. Man, they just can't get off the pot. Isn't that what I told you last week?
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy, he's got to get on the red bat phone to Joyce to find out which hand to wipe with before he can get off the pot. Joyce, may I? May I? I say it's time to wipe the slate clean. That's what I say. Or if not the slate clean,
Rectum.
How about that? At the melting pot, speaking of going to the pot, in fact, isn't that what you guys had on Friday?
Oh, yeah. I'm still reeling from it, as in really good.
It is so good. You know, there's some restaurants that give you, like, you know, good food, but this is not just good food. It's totally different than you're going to get anyplace else. Because at the pot, fondue becomes a memorable four-course dining experience where you can really dip into something sensational. Enjoy a variety of unique entrees, special melting pot dipping sauces. Imagine starting dinner with the melting pot's renowned cheese fondue served with 3 different breads, Granny Smith apples, and crisp veggies to dip in there. Next, your choice of salads, all with the melting pot's homemade dressings. Entrees to dip in those fantastic sauces include lobster, filet mignon, shrimp, Cajun seasoned chicken, pork, portobello shrooms, duck, and lots more cooked in oil or broth. And those melting pot dipping sauces are just to die for. And for dessert, the chocolate fondue is out of this world, too. Dip fresh strawberries, bananas, pineapple. God only knows the other great things you could stick in there. Cheesecake, brownies, topped off with tasty marshmallows rolled in crushed Oreos and graham crackers. In fact, my blood sugar's gone up 40 points just talking about it. The melting pot for a real memorable experience. And don't forget, Mother's Day is coming up 2 weeks from, today?
Okay.
Or yesterday.
I forget.
14th. 2 weeks from yesterday. Trust me when I tell you. Everybody knows moms love the melting pot, so don't get left out. Call today, make your reservations at the melting pot for a fantastic feast for Mom and the whole gang on Mother's Day. The melting pot, you'll find them in Fort Lauderdale, Coral Springs, Boca, North Miami Beach, Cooper City, and prestigious Kendall.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Holy Mackinac! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil God.
When I look back, Tom, you must have been beaming, keeping Katie silent during delivery, eating up the center. Still, I don't know why. Did you boil it in a pot or put it in a pan to fry? You better get back, Tomcat. Run the talk of Hollywood. You can't quit those days of those diaper changes. Poof, 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 poof. Whoa, a shake is gonna do it good.
Okay, just reading that story. I thought there was more on it, but there's not. About footy.
Okay.
Told his listeners he's going to leave this week after more than 32 years on the air in South Florida. Boy, you talk about an uneventful 32 years. And what about Ron St. John?
What about him?
More than 30 years on the air. So what's the big deal with me? I get 30 years on the air, and I expect like an article in the newspaper from Tom Dick or something like that? Just because you're on the air for 100 years doesn't mean you're going to get your name in the newspaper. That's what Tom said. Schmuck. 567, look at that. Day Without Immigrants. There are those thousands of people, and they're waving all those flags. Some of them American flags, actually. And some of them, what are those blue and white flags? What are those?
I'm not on there.
I've never seen that one. Well, get on there. Hop
damn
on
it,
man.
Blue and white.
Huh?
Blue and white, looking like what?
Blue on the edges and white in the middle with like some kind of little tchotchke in the middle.
Sorry.
Well, you better get with your Latin American flags, mister, because you sure don't know them. What's the Mexican flag look like?
Oh, that's that green and...
Oh, yeah, I know what the Mexican flag is.
Eagle in the middle with the snake.
A lot of those
wrestling with a snake.
Yeah, well, they do a lot of that.
The warning isn't on the label, but in the music, and the message is serious. Songs aimed at Mexicans thinking about sneaking into the U.S.
Yeah, cut the crap.
A gritty but little-known media campaign produced by the
That's
U.S.
the
Border
Mexican
Patrol,
right there.
which says they're airing on some 30 radio...
No. Which, by the way, looks like a ripoff of the Italian flag. It's the same colors, just with a little bit of different...
very much, right.
Hotchking around. 5670560. We got 944 votes on our flag poll. We're going to run it up the flagpole today. We got Gildy. I'd like to run his ass up the flagpole. I'll tell you that. We got him at 2 o'clock. We got Gildy, man. It's shocking is what it is. Today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we got Gildy.
Up the butt.
Yeah, you might say that. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
This is George's buddy in St. Pete.
Yeah.
I'm paying for this call because that.
Oh, this
number...
is the guy that sent the hostile fax
yeah,
and George said he was a real idiot?
Yeah, me. I apologized for that.
You ought to apologize because, man, we're working under duress, man. We're working for a bunch of bozos, and you're like chewing poor George out for some crap he did or didn't do?
Let the record
Had nothing to do with it.
I did apologize.
He did apologize.
Okay.
I
well,
did,
apology accepted.
Okay, so let's
for
get
the time being.
Okay, but
Till you crosses again.
The line still doesn't work, Neil.
Yeah.
I can't get through on
We checked it out on our end. It has to be.
The line works every single day. I take calls from Alaska, from the North Pole, from the Aleutian Islands. I take calls from everywhere in the world. Check your thing out, man. Your thing doesn't work.
Report it to your local carrier.
Yeah, report it to your local carrier.
All right. By the way.
And don't be a bellyacher, okay? Nothing worse than a chronic bellyacher.
Hey, Derby Lane is still open too, Neil. By the way.
Is it really?
Yeah, they never closed. I'm always listening.
That's a great dog track.
Yeah, I know. So I spend half my
Here
time.
comes the bunny, and there goes your money.
Yeah, everything.
Too bad they're not going to have no slots over there. Maybe you'd find a good machine man.
Yeah, true.
Well, good luck to you, Pally.
Pleasure talking to you.
Bet on the 7.
Have a great day.
7 dog. Bet 50 across for me. Yeah, I love the dogs, man. Haven't been to one in years. Been to the dog track?
I've been to it, but for other events.
See, the worst thing that ever happened to me was the first night I ever went to the dog track. I was on vacation in Fort Lauderdale, and I went to a Flagler, fabulous Flagler, and I won $700 the first night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was not good. That was a bad thing. I thought, boy, this is easier than handicapping harness racing. Sure. This is a piece of cake. And then, of course, you bet, and they come out of the box, and then they like want to run and just wipe the other one out, and just run into him side, and the dog goes flying in the air, you know. It's a little bit chancy. But at any rate, we got Hollywood Dog Track's going to have the slots, and if we ever did the crossover again, I was going to ask Hank about that, but I guess we're not doing that no more. Because I'm looking at the schedule, and Wednesday morning on our schedule it says Orlando 5 to 7, 7 to 10, TBD. Thursday, Orlando 5. I beg your pardon?
It's my favorite show.
Orlando 5 to 7 Thursday, 7 to 10, TBD. Friday, Orlando 5 to 7, 7 to 10, TBD, to be determined. What kind of a schedule is that?
To be determined.
I mean, no, seriously. I realize we got the Derby coming up on Saturday.
Right.
But this is getting to be just a little bit, bizarre.
You call that a format?
No, I don't.
Speaking of the Derby.
Yes.
Already checked in with Dave Johnson. He'll be joining us at 11 o'clock on Friday.
11 o'clock Friday morning, Dave Johnson. For the 400th year in a row, we're going to be confabulating and picking the loser. Just, I'll give you 2 losers. Whatever Dave and I pick, just eliminate that one. You got the winner probably. Well, no, we've been on a bad run. I don't know. Occasionally we get lucky, but that's another story. 5670560, pound 560 in the Verizon Singular Wireless line. 957 votes. Just take a look at that picture of Hank and Dave Johnson at Ascot with those silly ass outfits on. Is that still on the wall back there?
No, we replaced it by with a.
What did you do? Take all my good stuff off the wall back there?
They're in a box.
If you took the picture of Tom Brady off the wall back there, you're going to have to answer to this old faggot. I'll tell you that right now.
It's in the box also.
Because that wasn't just a nice picture of Tom Brady. That was one that was given an autograph by Jim Mandich for me, by the Mad Dog.
It was getting kind of yeller.
I noticed that. I was wondering if Tom was chain smoking or something. Maybe he was smoking some of those cigars that Brett sent him.
It was dingy.
For $100. Huh?
It was getting dingy.
Yeah.
And mingy.
He still looks pretty good to me, I'll tell you that, for an old guy. What is he now, like 28, Josh? Tom Brady?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Still looks pretty damn good to me. And he can still bring it, man. That's what I'm hearing. He can still bring it.
Bring what?
It.
Oh.
21 till noon. Oh, look at this. This is going to be their whole day today now in CNN. Illegal in America.
Hardworking people like Amadou and his family, they shouldn't be turned away. So is he and his...
They shouldn't be turned away. No, let's just let everybody in the world. Let's all those starving people in Darfur, let's bring all of them in there, too. What do you say? All the desperate, starving people, all the people who want a better life, let's let them all come in and we can have Jay and the Americans singing, Only in America. What do you say? Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just stupid. What kind of morons are these people? Oh, they shouldn't be turned away. Well, why the hell not? Got 300 million people there, and in addition to which, anybody remember Katrina and see the condition that those poor bastards were living down there in New Orleans? My God. And then they keep showing the updates on there, and the houses, most of them are it's still a nightmare there. They're making very little progress. And that's because the U.S. government don't give a crap about dark folks, okay? That's basically what that boils down to. So if I happen to be a dark folk myself, I'd be really PO'd about people coming in here illegal. Well, I'm not getting, I'm getting the shaft. Oh, sorry, Isaac. You follow what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
Let's take care of our own people first. Then if we got something left over, which we sure as hell don't with the way this drunken administration is spending money like it's coming out of a Farrah faucet, then maybe we can take care of somebody else. Take care of your own peoples first, man. You idiots. Lunatics. Like we... Oh, there's that...
Justice Alito. Yeah, all the usual suspects. Speaking of suspects, where's the great white hunter? I am sorry Vice President Cheney couldn't be here tonight.
When everything is so scripted and I didn't see it, and I got the story here in my pile, and maybe I'll get to it.
There's two different things. The Stephen Colbert thing was not the Bush twin thing.
Well, who was doing the Bush twin thing?
Some other guy I never heard of.
It wasn't Stephen. Was that Claudette Colbert instead of Stephen Colbert? I'll be damned. 11:42 at 560 WQAM. Being outdoors a lot in South Florida means you need to get some comfortable shoes, man. Take good care of them tootsies. And the only place you want to take them is Brandy Shoes in Pompano Beach, where you'll find all the major brands. They got them, like Florsheim, Echo, Mephisto, Rockport, Hush Puppies, New Balance, and tons of other name brands in all sizes for men and women. They even carry wide widths and hard-to-find sizes if you got, like, freaky feet. Brandy Shoes is the largest independent shoe retailer in all of South Florida. When you go into Brandy's and see the fantastic selection waiting for you and the value you always get, you'll understand why I rave about Brandy's and have been for years. Go see our good friend Arnie. He'll make damn sure you get the right fitting shoes at the right price for your feet. Unlike those department stores where you never get waited on, and then when you do pick out a style, they say, oh, we don't have that in your size. Are you crazy? The only thing they do with Brandy's is shoes, so you know they're going to have exactly what you're looking for when it comes to size, selection, service, and, of course, unbeatable pricing, too. Brandy Shoes, you'll find them at 1290 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach between Atlantic and Copans on the east side. Can't miss it. Open every day of the week for you, Monday through Saturday till 9 and every Sunday till 5. When you go into Brandy's, be sure and tell them that Brian Schmutz told you to go in. And this week, again, is a great time to buy men's Rockports at Brandy's. Save $10 to $20 a pair in all great men's styles. So be sure to get your butt into Brandy's this week or do your shoe shopping right online at brandysshoes.com.
This is Neil Rogers. Rock solid. This is 560 QAM.
Britney Spears is pregnant again, according to Us Weekly. Earlier this month, social workers visited Spears' home after her son fell out of a high chair and suffered a head injury.
Brittany, you're pregnant again.
Oh, yeah.
But you're not doing a very good job of taking care of your first kid.
Am I responsible for them?
Yeah, you're responsible for his safety.
Well, I didn't think of it at the time.
I can't believe you've got an electric fence around his crib. Oh! And he's playing with a bear trap. Ow!
Goodness.
Oh, this is a new toy. Exploding Elmo.
11:46, we have 978 votes on the poll. I told you we'd be damn near 1,000 by noon. 978, and this is the kind of thing that they can sink. This is like an alien poll, you know.
Yeah.
Some good ethnic hate. The Star-Spangled Banner should be sung in English only, 582, almost 60%. Rarely. It should be sung rarely. It's a bad song, 139. Who gives a Schmidt, 123. That's an excellent answer.
Mm-hmm.
In any language, 119. In English or Espanol, DHE, only 10. And I hate this poll, only 5. See, even the haters like this poll, because it's a chance for them to hate. You either sing in English or we're going to shoot your ass. How do you like that? Uh-huh. 5670560, pound 560 in the Verizon singular wireless line. Got some bad news about Keith Richards. You see this story?
No.
Didn't?
No.
Fans gathered outside a hospital yesterday where Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards was reportedly hospitalized for a mild concussion after he suffered a concussion after falling out of a palm tree while vacationing in Fiji. Yeah, he was in a palm tree.
Stay out of them trees, Keith.
Yeah, not a good idea. Kind of like the old days when they used to have the lynchings in the South. Remember that? Hey, Leroy, what are you doing up there in the tree? Just hanging. Not good. Richard, 62, was injured earlier this week and flown to a New Zealand hospital for treatment, band spokesman Fran Curtis said in a statement this weekend. The statement didn't elaborate on Richard's condition or explain how he was injured or what the hell he was doing in the tree. But media reports in Australia and New Zealand said Richards hurt his head after falling out of a palm tree at an exclusive Fiji resort and remained hospitalized in Auckland. Nobody likes falling from a height like that, but he's never fallen from grace for me, said Dave Buchanan, one of several fans gathered outside the hospital yesterday. That great? He never fallen from grace.
R.
He still has a lot of grace, and I'm glad he has a mild concussion, nothing serious, Buchanan told New Zealand's TV3 News. The FijiLive.com news website reported the accident was believed to have happened at Fiji's exclusive Wakaya Club Resort. Resort employee Salisi Finau told the A&P that something, and that story just ends right there. He told him something, but we don't know what it. Never know what it's going to be. So that's the end of the story. He told him a bunch of crap. Probably made it up. 5670560. I'm just waiting for the day that my whole, I got about 80% voice today.
Yeah.
Even just if one ear. Now they keep showing this WW double.
Yeah, that's the part of the show they dislike.
Steve Bridges.
Democrats like Joe Biden. How come I can't have dinner with the 36% of the people who like me?
Don't pay attention to the approval ratings that say that 68% of Americans disapprove of the job this man is doing. I ask you this. Does that not also logically mean that 68% approve of the job he's not doing?
The only thing missing is Hillary Clinton sitting on the front row rolling her eyes.
Everything's a big joke, No weapons over here. Remember that one last year? No weapons over there. Everything's a big joke. Yuck, yuck, yuck. That's America for you, man. Bunch of simpletons. Everything's funny.
Yeah.
Except, of course, when you want to kick out illegal aliens. Then it's not funny. Then we don't. Then we get serious. WQAM, hello.
Charlene was a man, baby.
WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil. How you doing?
Okay, sir.
I noticed one thing about these illegals missing work today.
Yeah.
This really is a tasty burger.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I believe the blue and white flag you were talking about might be Argentinian.
Was it?
I think so. Blue and white, I think, is Argentinian flag.
Well, what the hell are they? We got Argentinians, illegal aliens, too, for
yes,
Christ's sake?
And Nicaraguans. And
I know that. Argentina's a long ways away. How the hell they come up? The Hershey Highway or something?
I just want to thank them today because traffic is wonderful. I've been driving all over Miami, and there's no traffic.
I think these people ought to stay home every day.
Exactly. So, a little progress today without them.
Okay, thanks, Pally.
Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, stay home every day, okay? Un-oil clog the roads. I don't think those people are driving that much anyway, are they? Except maybe those beat-up old 57 Chevys.
Well, a lot of people in the same car.
Don't forget, if you come from Mexico, we give you a 57 Chevy, man, and a driver's license and a box of Cracker Jack and a voter's registration card, if you promise to vote for Bush. Oh, look at that promo for Anderson's Pooper. Oh, brother. I just don't understand it. There's some things you look at them and you try to be like open-minded and you say, okay, well, what's the big deal with this? With this one, with that one? I just don't get it. Oh, and you'll never guess what I came across like about 14 seconds of last night until I saw that cow on there. We have the movie, I think it's called the movie Network, which is the equivalent of HBO, and The Sopranos is on like 50 times a day.
Okay.
Last night, there was these people on a cruise ship. All these dykes on a cruise ship.
And the Rosie cruise.
There was Rosie.
Yeah.
Man, my channel moved back to the hockey game so fast, you can't even believe it. My TV almost jumped off the damn stand. It was so excited. Another infomercial for Fat Rosie and her Bulldyke cruise to places that they don't want any of her kind. They don't want you there, Rosie.
You fairy.
You idiot. You dyke. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
QAM, yes.
Hey, Neil.
Yep.
Hey, why can't we use the illegal aliens to invade other countries and take back the oil that they stole from us?
There you go. Let's send them all to Saudi Arabia. What do you say, huh?
Oh!
Yeah. Put them up a bunch of big jumbo jets and send all their ass to Saudi Arabia and drop them right in the desert without a map. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan to me. 996. We're gonna top 1,000 before noon. That means I can go play golf with Hank at the celebrity. I'll just make up some tournament. Maybe I'll call up Joe Bowman. At least aren't playing in no playoffs. I'll call up old Joe and see if he wants to go play a round of golf or two. 1,000 votes. How do you like the 1,003? They're coming in chunks. Just the way we like a man here on QAM, in chunks.
I kick your ass.
Okay. That exciting? Over 1,000 votes by noon. Boy, eat your heart out across the street, man. Of course, now that they're doing that real entertaining midday radio, and that fact, you know, it would be one thing if they were subtle, you know, but they're trying so hard over there with these phony faxes and calls, you know, and Dan LeBastard, he's younger and hipper than Mad Dog, all this other crap. You know, we got some decent people on here. It's just that they aren't working very much. Well, when's the last time? How many years ago is it that? I guess maybe on Friday. No, Friday we had a ball game too, right? Colorado.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that was floppy hat night. I mean, man, it's the most he almost ever works is 2.5 hours for his $4 million a year. I'm glad to see that they're really getting the mileage out of our people, you know. I think all of our people took my advice and they multiplied by about 10, carrying it a little bit to an extreme, you know. Well, anyway, it's been nice being with you. I got to go play golf. So here's the big
rock solid.
With an interview we had last year when he was at the, what do they call that thing? I keep forgetting about it. That combine.
There you go.
The NFL combine. What is that? They go out and pick corn or something?
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
They ride around on farm equipment.
Well, if you want to pick corn and cotton today, it's a good day. You should just ride around the streets, pick up a bunch of these illegals that are all running around. This business of them making demands, that is just, you talk about the epitome of chutzpah.
Yeah.
We're here illegally. We don't have a green card, a yellow card, or a MasterCard, and yet we're making demands. We demand you do this and you do that, bada beep, bada ba, and we want like a discount at Morrison's Cafeteria, which ain't even open no more. What the hell's your problem, man? God, just disgusting to me.
You got a lot of nerve.
Huh?
Yeah, you got a lot of nerve.
See, I think what we ought to do is invade Mexico if we want to be safe.
Yeah.
If we want to protect our borders and be safe from being invaded, let's invade Mexico. What do you say?
Oh!
There, it makes more sense than Iraq, and it's a lot closer by.
Yeah, but if we win, then won't they be citizens?
And I'll guarantee our soldiers will probably get a lot better cuisine. You know, they might have a little green apple quick step, but nevertheless.
Well, they get more action in Mexico than they're getting over there.
That's for damn sure. QAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
It was Lenny.
Yeah, it was Lenny. Either Don Johnson or Lenny, one or the other. QAM.
No.
WQAM, hello.
I want to be American.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Since you guys are talking about, I think you guys are a little bit racist.
Well, what do you mean you want to be American? What does that mean? Where are you from?
I'm immigrant.
Immigrant or illegal alien? Do you know the difference?
No, actually, no, I don't.
Well, go have somebody explain it to you, okay, honey, and then call up and open up a big mouth, okay? I think you guys are a little racist. No, we're not racist. We're just believe in the law, okay? Which you don't even understand the law, honey. Do you understand it? No, I don't. Well, I don't. Somebody explain it to her, okay? Just explain it. Get Desi Arnaz if he ain't busy, and he'll explain it. God, I want to be American. Well, you know something, honey? I'll tell you what. You can have my spot. How's that? I'll stay here. You can have my spot.
She get to live in your house?
No. She gets to live in your house.
That'd be funny.
You speak of the same language. Oh, no, you got plenty of room.
No, I don't.
You got plenty of room, and you got that low cost now that you're eating a lot of pasta, man. It's nice and cheap.
I don't speak fake accents, no.
It's nice and cheap. She wasn't fake accent. She was for real. She was. Stop. She was from Guatemala.
Yeah.
She was from Hunger. 11:56. We're boycotting the whole universe today because we're all pissed off and fired up about very important things. At least the media told us, man. This is the day you go out there and make a lot of noise and a lot of crap, okay? And wave a lot of foreign flags.
This is Neil Rogers. Oh, this is 560 QAM.
I am Frau Ileana Ross-Leitman, and I like scrubbing my smelly gorilla ass with soap made from jewels and listening to the Neil Roque Comunista Hour. Hey, Diane!
Hello, I'm Diane Sawyer, and we welcome you to Prime Time.
Tom Cruise, we know him from the face, the movies, the money they make, and the turbulence and fascination surrounding his life.
Rectum.
And we talk about it all. So, Katie.
Yes. What would you like to know?
Give me the quick 1-minute version of the silent birth.
Okay.
It is all through Scientology books that even unborn children must be protected from negative emotions. There's even a mouthpiece to keep the mother silent during birth.
What is this about?
It's basically just helping the mother to be quiet. And it's really beautiful.
Another controversy. Scientologists do eat the placenta.
Oh, absolutely. I really ate the placenta.
Katie, too.
Katie, too. Because that's what Scientology is about.
Up next.
You're splitting up?
Yes. Kate and that baby.
12:01 at 560 WQM. Gildy coming up at 2. Coming like a daily, like a canker sore that won't go away. Oh, before I do this next story, I got to play this.
It's not just Hank Goldberg. It's a hippopotamus.
More than 26,000 species of animals, birds, plants, and fish will this week be added to the list of those in serious danger of extinction. Thousands of species, including the common hippopotamus,
really,
are to be added or moved up the so-called red list drawn up by the World Conservation Union. The alarming study by the Union,
Oh, my God.
one of the most authoritative pictures of world flora and fauna, will make clear that global warming and human activity is responsible. The report will confirm that the common skate, once abundant around Britain, has been virtually wiped out. The fish is still stocked by some supermarkets and fishmongers, but there's increasing pressure on them to ban it in the same way that cod has been removed from many retailer shelves. Remember Old Cape Cod by Patty Page?
I remember
on Mercury Records. It wasn't as good as, say,
Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
and it certainly wasn't as good as...
Rectum.
Oh! Well, you can talk about your Julie and your Peggy Sue. You can keep your Miss Molly and your Mary Lou. When it comes to the chicken or the doing the pie, I got a girl they call the queen of the hopper. Well, I love my queen. I kick your ass. Do you know who I mean?
Yeah, I think I know who you mean. Sharks, skates, and rays are all thought to be vulnerable. Around 20% of sharks are in increasing danger of extinction, the study says. The giant devil ray, similar to a manta ray, is often accidentally caught in nets intended for tuna and other fish. And I bet you Jessica Simpson's pretty PO'd about that, too. She likes that chicken with the sea. 1,029 votes already on that Star-Spangled Banner, baby. They love it. Let's bring back little Elianito. What do you say? And let the abuelos give him a little squeeze. Huh? What do you think? That's what South Florida. That's what the people in South Florida just jonesing for, man. Is another good round of ethnic hate. That's what they live for.
Sure.
Speaking English, like that. Here's a fact that says I love the boycott. This is the first day since Hurricane Wilma that I haven't smelled the stench of roof tar boiling. I hate that aroma. I actually like that aroma.
No, I hate roof tar.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
I just hate that smell. I like
Oh,
mothballs.
I love it. Huh?
Mothballs, that's all right.
Now, mothballs is good. But
And,
roof tar, man, how could you not love the smell of
Oh,
roof tar?
nasty.
Is that like Ishtar?
We were talking about Ben Gay the other day.
Ben Gay? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like menthol smell.
Okay, well, let me go out and I'll get my
Phew.
smear some more on my shoulder. Although my shoulder and my neck, thanks God, are like 98% better. I think that was all part of the flu. You know, with the flu, you get a very weakened condition.
That's right.
And all your aches and pains start, like, coming right to the forefront. Like, you feel real listless and no energy, and you feel like going out and playing golf. See, I get the feeling. I don't want to, start getting all whipped up in this shit, especially we don't know what the numbers are yet. That'll be tomorrow morning, 11:30. But it just seems to me that we got some people that really are anxious not to be there very much, you know.
Oh, you mean besides us?
No, we're anxious to be there whenever we're supposed to be. You know, in other words, if we get like a ball game comes up at 12:30 or something, we kiss the ground and kiss the microphone with some Lysol first, and we're happy about that. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Nobody wants to work any more than they absolutely have to. But it just seems to me, because the stories we were hearing this morning about people in there having to beg and plead and scream to get somebody to stay till like after, first it was like after 10 after 9, and then it was like after 9:40, and putting on some old canned tape piece of crap. I just don't understand this. What kind of people are running this radio station? That's what I would like to know, okay? Now, of course, we can't say that word anymore. The first part is ass. But what kind of people are running this joint? I know what kind of people are smoking it. God, there is something just shocking to me. 567. I'm not going to get. Look, what are we going to do about it, right? All we can do is the best we can. I keep saying that. And one of these days, when they put me in a box, they'll put on my tombstone. He did the best he could. That's all. The hell was that?
Every kind of people. Or, I'm just trying to answer your question musically. And
look at this. Half of the illegals in the U.S. are from Mexico. Oh, look at that guy with his guitar. I hate to break the news to you, Pally, but hats like that went out with the Che Guevara, okay? Idiot. Take a look at this. Here's a guy selling balloons. Now, isn't that wrong? I mean, if he's supposed to be boycotting work today, how come he's out there selling balloons?
Well, that's in Mexico. That's the view from Mexico. So.
That is?
Yeah. That's what they were saying on the caption there.
That's the view from Mexico?
Si.
Well, he's selling balloons, man.
Well, we're glad he's selling them there.
And what are they protesting in Mexico? Well, what are they protesting about
they're
there?
Not. It's just another day there.
Oh, just another day in paradise, huh?
Yeah.
WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
Illegals. This is funny. They're walking around with signs saying we're not criminals, but yet they're screwing up the whole society that they live in. Shit on the ones that they
Right. Okay. 5670560 pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. How do you like that?
Oh, yeah.
I think they ought to come and get your ass. How do you like that, you redneck? You scofflaw. WQAM, hello.
Eric Kumalo.
WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil God, just another grateful American citizen who wants to extend my thanks to our illustrious president for those low gas prices.
All right.
Hey, I was in New York City this past weekend, and I was shocked to see an old friend of yours.
Yeah.
Gas prices are getting really high, and I guess maybe things are a little tough for the Mollmeister. He was in a pawn shop, and he was pawning his muskrat and his those cans of his.
Yeah. Okay, get some new material, Pally. 5670560 pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless line. 1,042 votes on that poll, man. The Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, Jose, can you see? I still say.
Oh, Canada, you think that you're in luck. You stole our all-star game, 'cause your own sports really suck. You got dogs, sled runs, you shoot moose with guns. What a way to entertain. And you fish for ice, you think hockey's nice, 'cause it's played without a brain. Ooh, Canada, oh, nausea. Give me my all-star game, I want it back now. Oh. Baseball in Canada makes me a blow chow.
Aggressive hit there by Ott, and back the other way now comes Trevor Daly from center right, and that bounced in off of Sauer.
And that's your voice of the Florida Panthers there, Dave Strader, doing the Colorado-Dallas game yesterday. That series is all done like some of the other ones. He's really bad, Dave Strader. I hate to say that, but he talks through his teeth. He sucks. He's not good. 5670560 pound 560. I mean, Joe Angel was good. Look what happened to him, huh? We had some good people in town, and look what happened to poor Joe. He got the shaft, baby. WQAM, hello.
Why did Hank drop you faggot Canadian?
WQAM, hello.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Protesters. I bet you if you bomb them all, the rest won't want to come back over.
Okay. Bomb them all. Una bomba grande, he said. We'll start right at your house. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Tonight at 8 at Chili's.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, as far as these illegals goes, nobody really cares about eating no chalupa or no Guatemala or no fake beans or none of that. You know, let's get with the program here.
Let's get with the program, baby.
Let's pray to Jesus, Lord, our Savior.
Okay.
And as far as you
heathen
go,
bastard, yeah, you're going to rot in hell, man, you atheist bastard. 5670560. See, he's trying to turn it around today, but, very weak. Your material's been so stale and weak the last couple of months, I'm embarrassed for you and your little boyfriends, your little playmates. Don't get sore about it. There's George Clooney again, grandstanding. I mean, making a big simus.
All of them. An entire generation of people.
Bobby Darin, by the way, I bet you didn't know, became like a real great liberal activist and was on the Bobby Kennedy campaign trail.
You're right. I didn't know.
Well, there you go. And he got really tired of the whole thing with the entertainment and the show business and that, and he got tired of singing the same old songs, over and over again. Yeah, kind of like Rick Nelson, I'm tired of that crap. Yeah, he said it bites. And then Bobby Kennedy got off, and then after that he became extremely disillusioned and went into, seclusion and this and that. And then, of course, like most of these entertainers, when they want to get out, just when they thought they were out, they get pulled back in, and he had to go back on the nightclub circuit because he was broke. And whoever had the rights to all those songs went bankrupt, and he lost all that money from all those big hit songs he had, like Mac the Knife and Beyond the Sea, like that. And then his heart gave out. Well, he said that he had some kind of dental work, and I guess when you have a bad heart, I never really thought about it too much, but if you have a bad heart, if you have any kind of dental work done, they give you
the gas,
and they give you the gas. You have to have antibiotics.
Huh?
Were you aware of that?
No.
And they didn't do that, and so to this day they wonder if maybe the dentist didn't screw up bad, maybe his heart, which was already because he had poisoning and some of the who the hell knows. In other words, he's dead. You can analyze it all you want. He's still dead, poor Bobby Darin. He was all right. It was no big deal. He was no big Timmus, and he had a bad hairpiece. Actually, it must have been a good hairpiece because nobody knew it was a piece. See what I'm saying?
That's right.
It was a really good piece.
Good perk.
So let's like Mo would say, give my piece a chance. 12 minutes past noon at 560 WQAM. Gildy at 2, Mad Dog at 4, and then that Marlin stuff, baby. How'd you like to be poor Eddie K, speaking of that bad nighttime signal? Woo! Following those Marlin losses night after night after night. Get swept by the Colorado Rockies. What was the attendance yesterday, Josh? Got any idea?
No, I don't.
Or, what number did they make up? I'll look it up during the break. I'll look it up in the Herald website because it's a lot faster for me than the Sun Sentinel. Because Tom Jicka, I think, put a voodoo hex on my computer that only works on the Sun Sentinel website. We're on to you, Tommy. You're not fooling anybody with those stupid Q&A that you make up. Hey, if you love boating, that's not unusual. That's pretty much everybody in South Florida. Well, if you ever thought about buying a boat, don't do it. Do something smarter. Call Club Nautico at 1-800-BOAT-RENT right now. Why would you want to pay the expenses of owning a boat and go through all the hassle when you can rent one totally hassle-free? Join the club, Club Nautico. Call 1-800-BOAT-RENT. You'll be surprised just how easy it is. No docking costs, no expensive upkeep, no insurance, or, dare I say it, no hurricane preparation. With a boat from Club Nautico, it's totally stress-free and truly affordable, too. Call 1-800-BOAT-RENT. No having to potchkey around getting the boat ready. Club Nautico does all the work for you. No cleaning up either. At Club Nautico, all you do is hop on your boat and go. You'll be queen of the hop. When you're done, pull onto the dock, get off, and leave. It's that simple. Club Nautico, call 1-800-BOAT-RENT for unlimited boating, to pay as you go, small boats and yacht charters, whatever you like. It's Club Nautico. Call 1-800-BOAT-RENT and let Club Nautico tailor a plan to fit your needs and budget. 1-800-BOAT-RENT. Make that call and get on the water today with Club Nautico.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Exploding balls.
In Ice Age, they saved an Eskimo baby. In Ice Age The Meltdown, they saved their valley. Now, can they save themselves? Ice Age The Extinction, starring Ray Romano.
Oh, no, not a meteor. Now we're all going to starve.
And Dennis Leary.
Hey, shut up. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back, and we're going to eat that kid from the first movie, okay? Okay.
In a world starved for family entertainment, nothing delivers like Ice Age The Extinction.
Okay, so I'm going to die now. I'll see you guys later in about 16,000 years at the museum, okay?
Hey, lucky us. Dinner is served. Okay? Okay.
Ice Age The Extinction. It's pre-hysterical.
Club 19, look at these idiots in New York. They all got these signs. I love immigrant New York. The only problem with that is that this thing today has nothing to do with immigrants. It has to do with illegal aliens.
Right.
But don't confuse the people at CNN with that, because that would be bad. Demonstrators began to rally today against a proposed crackdown on illegal immigration. Boycotting jobs, schools, and businesses is a way to show the economic power of immigrants, it says. This is the CNN website, of course. I guess they need a lesson, just like that broad that called before didn't know the difference between illegal aliens and immigrants.
Oh, they know. They're just pretending not to know.
Organizers predicted unprecedented participation in today's rally, saying people in many cities would join the protest. We'll gather them all up with a butterfly net.
Yeah.
It could be tens of millions from coast to coast, from Los Angeles to New York, said Javier Rodriguez, the spokesman for the March 25th coalition.
He ain't no king.
That's what you think. Crowds gathered in L.A., California, and New Orleans. Would you think they'd have their own fish to fry there? But it was too early to gauge how many people would turn out, probably catfish. One of the first rallies began at New Orleans' Armstrong Park, where people waved U.S. flags amid early crowds. In southern Florida, a long line of people walked along U.S. 1 in Homestead, according to the A&P. Jose Cruz, a 23-year-old construction worker from El Salvador, told the AP it would be worth marching even if he lost his job. It's worth losing several jobs to get my papers, said Cruz, who he's got a temporary work permit. Be worth losing his job to get his papers. Well, you know what? For a quarter, you can get the Herald, or is it 50 Cent? And 50 Cent, by the way, is PO'd at Oprah. She don't treat them rappers right.
Doesn't she?
Too bad.
I can't wait for you to get that DVD.
What's that?
The one that should be in the mail.
Oh, the Oprah one?
Yeah.
Oh. In Mexico City, where a May Day march was scheduled, some people plan to show support for the U.S. rallies and called for a boycott of 750 U.S. businesses that operate in that country. In Mexico, where if you get in the wrong cab, they take you out in the middle of nowhere and give you what for and take all your crap, and nobody ever sees you again. Meanwhile, a coalition of Hispanic-American groups held a news conference in Washington to stress that the protesters do not represent all immigrants. We understand the importance contribution immigrants have made to the economy and industry of this great nation, said retired Colonel Albert F. Rodriguez, a veteran of WW2 and the Vietnam War. But the difference is that we and millions of others like us did it legally. We're all here today to tell all these illegal protesters, you do not speak for me. That's what Mr. Rodriguez says.
See, now he's
including our Rodriguez. See. But Nativo Lopez, president of the Mexican-American Political Association, vowed the demonstrators dubbed a Day of Without Immigrants will be unprecedented in their scope. We're going to see something that's never occurred in the history of this country, a day in which immigrants withhold their labor, withhold their consuming power, don't go to school, don't go shopping, don't go selling, Lopez said. In New York, organizers are calling for demonstrators to form a human chain at 12:16 p.m. That's 6 minutes ago. I didn't see no human chain, did you? I saw a bunch of people with posters.
No, a human chain.
A human chain to symbolize the December day, a controversial bill sponsored by Representative James Sensenbrenner, Republican of Wisconsin, passed in the U.S. House of Representatives. The bill, which stalled in the Senate, would make felons the illegal immigrants and calls for new walls on 700 miles of the 2,000-mile U.S.-Mexican border. They're going to have a human chain to keep all you illegals out. A rally's also been scheduled at 4 p.m. in Union Square in Manhattan, and demonstrators plan to march from the park to the main federal building. In Chicago, organizers estimating between 300,000 and 500,000 people will show up for a rally in Grant Park, which would make it one of the city's largest demonstrations. Chicago police said they've worked with organizers to ensure the rally remains peaceful and don't plan to wear riot gear. Well, there you go. They got all these estimates. All these, 7 million, 9 million, 11 million, 200 million, 300 million illegals in the U.S. You're all illegal. How do you like that? So go back where you came from.
Right.
1,066 votes on that national anthem, man. One good thing about this, it's got nothing to do with Banjo Boy Group Incorporated. BBGI. That is the greatest in the history of mankind. That's the best. Banjo Boy, BBGI.
I want to blow out my brain. No wonder it's rough to serve and wine in my BBGI.
Bobby Darin till 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Somewhere
I'm going out and hit the links.
beyond the sea.
The breakfast links at the buffet. Think I'm going to go out and play golf? Oh, God. 5670560, pound 560 in the Verizon. Of all the things in the world that you could possibly do, if I put my bottom 10 that I would ever even consider, playing golf would be in there, guaranteed. Wow, and then watching other people play golf, that would even top that.
Now, have you ever played a game of golf?
Yes.
Me too.
When I was about, 19 or 20, a friend of mine talked me into going out. And a couple of times I went, and it was really boring and ponderous and stupid and idiotic, and it was just about as much fun as a root canal.
Games where you have to wait a long time to do something.
Yeah, and you stand around and you wait for the guys who are in front of you, and you walk and you walk and 5670560. Come on, let's get these phones smoking, baby. We want to be phone intensive till Gildy time at 2 o'clock because he's going to be analyzing that draft, I'm sure. He's going to have the Dolphins going like 15-1, I would think, wouldn't you?
Oh, sure.
Oh no, I forgot about that. They're across the street. He's going to have the Dolphins going 1-15, I believe. WQAM, hello.
I'm illegal.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. There should be a law. WQAM, hello.
Yeah?
Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay.
Good. I have a suggestion. Why don't we give that great state of Texas back to the Mexicans, and they can shoot them up and beat them up?
Right. And I know who could be their president, too.
Yeah, and, they could have Texas gave us Barbara Bush. I think she's Marie Antoinette, and G.W., who's like Fredo from The Godfather. Why don't we just send them all into Mexico?
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Me too.
Okay.
Have a good day.
See you in San Antonio with the Marlins. The Marlins are going to play in Mexico. That's a hell of an idea. There
The
you go. There's your
Mexico
idea,
Marlins.
David. Yeah, the Mexico Marlins. It's got a nice ring to it, man.
M&M.
Right, M&M. 26 past noon at 560 WQAM. Here's a silly question. Have you tried the pizza and pasta at John the Baker's? Well, if you have any taste at all and you've waited this long and haven't done it, what are you waiting for? John the Baker is the best Italian restaurant this side of University Drive, now with 2 great locations for you. The brand new John the Baker in the Sterling Town Center on Sterling Road, just west of Pine Island Road in Cooper City, and the classic John the Baker in Pembroke Pines, just west of Flamingo in the Home Depot Center on Pines Boulevard. The food is as good as it gets in South Florida. Huge portions of all your favorite Italian homemade delights. Plus, with John the Baker's low prices, you can take the whole family for lunch or dinner as often as you want and stay well within your budget. Now, when you call for takeout or you go in, be sure, please, to ask for the Neil deal, because Duff is like foaming at the mouth, okay? If you don't mention my name, he gets very upset. Be sure to ask for the Neil deal, a large 16-inch pizza, half dozen garlic rolls, and 2 fountain cokes. All of these things for just $14.75. Take out or dine in tonight. In Pembroke Pines for takeout, call 954-431-4315. In Cooper City, 954-252-0091. Pizza, pasta, veal, chicken parmesan, sausage and peppers, all your favorite sub-sandwiches and lots more. It doesn't get any better than John the Baker.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Know that the Lord even loves Neil Rogers.
Now that Nick is gone, who will fill the void in Jessica's heart? Find out on MTV's Newly Mom with Jessica Simpson.
I'm adopting a child because a baby is like a little angel flying down from heaven, flapping its wings like a tiny buffalo.
Jessica speaks candidly about being a single mom.
Right now, I'm a family of 1, and a baby would make us a family of more than 1. Anyway, I heard you should breastfeed, but what's better, chicken breast or tuna breast?
And shares her views on child rearing.
Child rearing? Wait, that's where the diaper goes, right?
Plus, Jessica has some essential safety tips.
It's really important to, not drop your baby on its head. Unless it's a family tradition, like in my family.
Newly Mom with Jessica Simpson, right after Pimp My Stroller, only on MTV.
1231, I swear to a lot. 1,080 votes on our poll. We're going to do 1,100, 1,200, 13, 15,000, 400 million, however many illegal aliens are out there protesting today. A day without illegals, man, is like a day without sunshine. And look at that phone, man. These people today, they're spastic, you know what? Well, see, I should have known that early flutter there, whatever the hell I was all about, that early flurry.
Maybe they're joining the protest.
I have a feeling that's what they're doing. Whatever I say, they'll do the opposite, okay? Maybe they're starting their own protest. Let's have a QAM protest. What do you say? 567-0560. Who would like to join the Banjo Boy Group protest? QAM.
Starting now?
We're starting right now. See, I'm going to go out and play a round of golf. Man, it looks just delicious out there, you know? I'm sitting here looking through my window. What's the temperature right now? It's, holy moly, 65 degrees. Going to make at least 70 a day. I have a feeling if it's 65 already at 12:30, it's going to be in the 70s. No jacket. It's shirt sleeves day. There are going to be young people walking around out there practically naked. I got to go out there and take a look. See, up north, one thing about up north, if it gets above 50 or 60, everybody acts like it's the middle of the summer.
Oh, yeah.
They go nuts. They start walking around in shorts and nothing, no top on, including the chicks. By the way, that breast sandwich is what George said was okay with Jessica. Poor Jessica, man. She takes so much crap for being a dumb blonde bimbo. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I thought that's what we're supposed to be at.
She's just fine.
You missed your chance.
Well, Dad was standing right there.
Just like Salazzo said, I had my chance. Remember Salazzo?
At least I got to touch it. Yeah.
Now I'm the haunted one. Isn't that what he said? Something like that. And then, of course, bada bing. WQAM, hello. No, that was McCluskey. QAM.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Can you play about a half hour of Godfather lines?
No, I can't. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes.
Did you see on that Bobby Darin special that the woman who raised him, that he called his mom and his sister,
that was
turned out that his sister was actually his mom?
That reminded me of Ted Bundy. It was the same thing. He thought it was his sister, and it was actually his mother. All his life he thought this woman was his sister.
His mom turned out to be his grandmother, right? Or something like that.
No, the one he thought was his sister was really his mother.
Yeah, and the mom...
He was a bastard child, and she didn't want to tell him that he was illegal, right? See,
right.
Bobby Darin could be out there marching because he was also illegal. Right?
Well, he had a very short, tragic life. He was like 37 when he died. And
yeah, he had a bad heart.
I caught your arrow last week when he said he was a drunk. I knew he had a bad heart, but I wasn't going to call and say, you're wrong.
I've been saying that for years, but I apologize profusely, even to a dead guy. That was very bad on my part. But Sandra Dee was a drunk, and now she's
dead. It was his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Well, Hollywood's full of drunks, It's easy to
it was
get them
probably
all
the hairpiece that put her over the edge, the real bad hairpiece.
He wasn't a bad-looking guy.
Oh, come on. Did you really watch that show? Come on. Even his son there said he had like 2 chins and a big schnoz and,
Well, yeah, but I mean, in contrast to some other people out there now, so.
Yeah, he was no Jimmy Durante.
Like Frank Sinatra. And
Did you see him doing the duet with Jimmy Durante?
Yeah.
Better
looking than Jimmy Durante.
That's correct.
Okay.
Well, listen, have a great day, and thanks thanks for straightening out poor Bobby.
No problem.
What the hell is that?
Things.
Oh. I got them all, man. I got every Bobby. Here you go. I never even heard of this. Artificial flowers? What's that?
Alone in the world was poor little lamb.
See, I never heard it before. I still talked it up pretty well. Eat your heart out, Ron St. John. You too, Footy.
Come my way, girl, to hold in my arms and know the magic of her charms. 'Cause I want girl to call my own. I want a dream lover, so
only one person in America can talk him up better than me. You know who that is? My capped friend. Not my handicapped friend, just my badly capped friend. 5670560. Boy, I bet you there's more. You talk about smelling mothballs. Can you imagine what's under that thing? Wow. He never takes it off. I don't know what you're laughing about.
He gets grown onto his head.
You know who else used to wear a cap like that all the time? Rod Steiger.
Okay, that's right.
Rod Steiger? Sure. What a great actor. Pawnbrokers.
Heat of the Night.
Oh, he was great. One of my favorite actors. He's dead now, by the way, yes, Rod Steiger. Goes to show you, Ricky, if you keep wearing that cap, you're going to croak someday. So air it out a little bit. When in doubt, air it out, please. What are we going to do without footy? Oh, God. How is South Florida Radio going to continue? I'm going to retire this week, too, just in honor of footy. You don't think that's a good idea?
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to take early retirement. But you're never going to get that deal straightened out. They keep stringing you guys along. Bada beep, bada boop, bada bop, yeah. And that Norma Kent, what's wrong? So let me ask you this. I probably shouldn't ask because then I'll have a relapse. Oh, it'd be a good excuse to be out sick the rest of the week. I think we're all going to get real sick about 11:30 tomorrow morning. That I could be wrong. About 11:45.
Yeah. That can be arranged.
So, have you had any actual conversation with anybody about this, or is this just you're assuming that it's in the hopper?
That's what I was told the last time we had a conversation. Is that everything was agreed upon, and it just needs to be.
When was
sent
that?
To the West Coast. That was last week.
That was subsequent to Friday and all that Norma Kent business.
No, I mean no.
That preceded that.
Right.
So in other words, you don't know anything.
Right.
Oh. Boycott. WQAM, hello.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, I bet. Quit with the Espanol, baby. Speak it Inglés, okay? Talk the talk. Speak it Inglés. Taco Bell my ass. I do like Taco Bell a lot, though.
Had some yesterday.
I love it. In fact, I got Taco Bell not too far from me here, as a matter of fact. I can go there and get some for lunch, but I better not because I'll wind up eating bad stuff,
Yes, you will.
A lot of carbs.
Don't do it.
But, yeah, I mean, you can bring it home, though.
Right.
You can get them burritos and you just open them, nuke them a little bit and open them up and just eat all the good stuff from the inside. Hold the beans, please. Hold the beans.
You can dump the contents onto some Dreamfield pasta.
That is a fantastic thought with that sour cream.
Because you have chili mac. You do that all the time.
Yeah. Well, that even sounds better.
Taco mac.
Because they got the chopped tomatoes, You don't even need the Ron Popeil Vegematic for that. Oh, they got some new deal on the infomercials now. They got this new chopper. And you can either fly on it or use it to chop up your onions and tomatoes and stuff. Boy, they got more crap there on TV, more stuff.
Oh, by the way, we've gotten 5. This chain email that's going around. Dear President Bush, I plan a trip to Mexico. Chain email. We've gotten 5 of them on the fax machine. We don't need it.
Saying what?
It's another one of these stupid... I'm planning a trip to Mexico.
Like
when I go there,
like
the comedy bit that we have already, basically.
Yeah.
Saying the same thing, but not as funny. I go to Mexico, I expect free medical care, and I'd like them to speak English. And
see, you know what this is again? This is a bunch of idiots who think that they're funny, but they're not, you know. It's like when you feel you got a piece of food on your cheek, and you reach up, and it's not. And you think it's food, but it's not. Same thing. They're not funny. You're not funny, folks. You're not funny. You're pathetic. Why don't you admit it? You're in South Florida. You're pathetic. You're tragic. Most of you. We had one great call today. That guy was good. Couldn't we, bottle him or something? God. One great call. He was, articulate and, under the age of 100 and had something to say and was happy, didn't have any complaints. And just a great American, man. Just a good guy with an IQ larger than his thumb. And the rest of these people, we're so clever. It's just these, the ones I'm talking about. They call every day. And they think they're a real hoot. Like the gargler that tried again today. You're not going to be on this show. Go gargle razor blades, will you? Go gargle some ground glass, you ass. God.
Well, if they call enough, maybe it'll be funny.
It was funny the first 6,000 times. It was a little bit amusing. It was okay, or maybe a little bit of a chuckle. You're not funny no more. Just like he wasn't funny. You know, South Florida is famous for its trade shows. There's boat shows, car shows, bridal shows, home shows, art fairs galore, and more. Now, if you're a trade show exhibitor, the only name you need to know is PubSet. PubSet creates the absolute top-of-the-line, attention-grabbing, steal customers from the competition trade show displays. Call 954-772-7275 right now, and PubSet will get you set for success. Don't forget, when it comes to design, printing, posters, banners, and especially trade show displays, PubSet's been the very best for 14 long years now. 954-772-7275. Write it down for PubSet. 954-772-7275. From design to setup, PubSet can handle all your trade show needs. Rest assured that PubSet will separate you from all the competition. Don't look second rate because you only get one chance to look great. PubSet's the smart way to go. Call 954-772-7275 or online it's pubsetsf.com. For top-notch design, trade show graphics, and displays, PubSet's the way to go. Look for my ugly picture on their building along Dixie Highway, just north of Commercial. Call PubSet today and tell them that Duff told you to call. 954-772-7275.
This is Neil Rogers.
I kick your ass.
This is 560 QAM.
Oh, God.
May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. A Mexican national holiday. Some stations are giving away trips to Cancun. Some are giving away trips to Mexico City. But we're bringing Mexico to you. That's right. We're giving away Mexican. Real live Mexican. Ay, caramba. We'll be smuggling illegal aliens across the border in the wheel well of a station van. Then we'll give one to you. Imagine your own personal Mexican. They'll wash your car, clean your house, pick your crop. Anything you want, because if they don't, you'll have them deported. Adios, amigo. Be the 10th caller when you hear this sound and win a Mexican.
Members of this station and their families are not eligible to own Mexicans. Bathing and delousing of Mexicans is winner's responsibility. Station assumes no liability for infectious diseases carried by Mexicans.
Celebrate Cinco de Mayo in your own home every day with your very own Mexican. People listening to win.
1246. We got a bit in here I haven't played. I don't know what the hell it sounds like, but it might be interesting right now.
Yeah, let's do an on-air audition.
Hey there. If you're suffering from Montezuma's revenge or bound up from too much queso dip, here's a new product that is right up your a-hole. It's a laxative that will clean your pipes like nobody's business.
Okay, it's called Mexlax, and I think
yeah.
That.
Oh, let it go.
Nah, I'll listen to it.
Let her rip.
That's what I was afraid of. Here's an email. Now, doesn't Norma have your email address?
Yes, he's
emailed
me here before.
Why do I have to continue to be the
because
pimp, you know?
This way he gets on-air attention.
Why are we always pimping Neil, you know? Here's the email. Spoke to Joe Bell Friday, waiting for email from corporate, waiting for Godot, too, it says. Needs to get contract from there. Should be here today. Tell George to call my office after 2, Norma. So call Norma after 2, okay? I just told you. And leave me out of it, like I said Friday. Leave me. I just asked out of curiosity, okay? I got enough grief from them every day, just showing up and finding out all the walls of Jericho are tumbling down. Cindy Sheehan writes, Mission Accomplished Day. Today, May 1st, is the 3rd anniversary of the end of major combat in Iraq. It was a glorious day when George Bush flew onto the deck of Abraham Lincoln and was hailed by the rapturous throngs of toady newspersons such as Chris Matthews. And that's the president looking very much like a jet, you know, a high-flying star, he said in Hardball, May 1st, 2003. And Bob Schieffer, who said, as far as I'm concerned, that was one of the great pictures of all time. And if you're a political consultant, you can just see campaign commercials written all over the pictures of George Bush. That was on Meet the Press, May 4th, 2003. What a fast and clean war. G. Gordon Liddy was enthralled with the president's package. All those women who say size doesn't count, they're all liars. Hardball, May 7, 2003. And a new era free from terrorism was ushered in. This is the faith-based fable of what happened almost exactly 3 years ago. The reality-based scenario goes something like this. Over 2,400 American soldiers, including my son who was killed almost a year after Mission Accomplished Day, have come home in cardboard boxes in cargo areas of planes in the secrecy of the night. Thousands of our young people are wounded, many grievously, also bussed into Walter Reed and other hospitals in the dark of the night. Tons of rubble upon rubble in Iraq with inconsistent electrical power still, and not much clean water or chance of future power and clean water. Hundreds of thousands of innocent Iraqi civilians are dead, being punished for the sins of a leader who was propped up, armed and supported by many U.S. regimes. The Mission Accomplished Day, or Operation Codpiece, public relations dream for the presidential pelvic zone, has turned into a frighteningly real nightmare for so many people around the world who have had sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and oftentimes entire families wiped out and devastated by the strutting and smirking terrorist who was feeling mighty chipper last night at the Washington Correspondent's annual dinner as the 2,400th soldier was being killed and as the 2,400th Gold Star mother was falling on the floor screaming for her child. There are hundreds of thousands of people on our planet who will have a hard time ever feeling chipper again because of George Bush, no matter how good he looks in a flight suit. Now that Bushco has done such a fantastic job with the invasion and occupation of Iraq that should never have happened in the first place, but now that it has happened, is extraordinarily evil in its scope and tactics. He's warning Iran that if it doesn't shape up, the U.S. is going to come and impose freedom and democracy on that country. The rah-rah yes-sir Congress, who has an easy job of approving everything that George does, thereby eliminating critical thinking, debate, or any semblance of rational discussion, has voted for sanctions that will lead to an attack on Iran, which will be devastating for our troops in Iraq and for that poor region that had the unfortunate luck to be built upon tremendous oil and natural gas reserves. Only 21 congresspeople voted nay on the Iran Freedom Support Act, which is incredible considering what happened when they voted yea to give George Bush the green light for every sanction against Iraq and to invade it. I ran into one of the yea voters on the Iran Freedom Support Act, Representative Major Owens, and asked him why he voted that way. He said because he hated the evil regime of Iran. I asked him about our own evil, irresponsible regime. The radical president of Iran says very irresponsible and inflammatory things, but by all accounts is over a decade away from a nuclear weapon and is reined in by the mullahs and the young population of Iran that is very westernized. We're in trouble with our one-party system of government, which is the war party. Before we the people need to be subjected to another swaggering spectacle from George after he's bombed Iran back into the Stone Ages and has made we the people of the U.S. even more hated around the world, it's time to rein him in ourselves. Congress won't do it, and the media's falling into lockstep behind the murder again. It's time to fire the warnicks whose bloodlust cannot be slated and to hire people who finally use their wisdom, integrity, and nonviolence to solve problems and won't create imaginary problems out of smoke and mirrors. We need a Congress that'll hold George accountable, not one that's complicit in the war crimes. Martin Luther King Jr. said we must live together as brothers or perish together as fools. God protect us from the fools that we elected to protect us, she said. Cindy Sheehan, you go, Cindy. And as soon as you find out who those people are you were just talking about, let us know their names, okay? The ones she was telling us to vote for? Mm-hmm. Let us know who they are.
We're waiting.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, which is going to come first, your new contract or when we find those names?
That's nice.
We're waiting for Godot. Waiting for the Goy. 5670560. Pound 560 in the Verizon Singular wireless line. 1,120 votes on our poll today. Jose, can you see it? Now, do we have any, I don't know if we have any Star-Spangled Banner bits. I don't really need to think to look at it.
We have.
No?
We have Stars and Stripes Forever.
No, I mean, that's not a bit. I'm talking more about things that fit in, like Mexlax.
Hey there. If you are suffering from Montezuma's revenge.
Oh, God. WQAM, hello.
Yes, Neil. When did this turn from a comedy show to a political show?
Meaning what?
Meaning it used to be funny, now it's just politics.
Well, what are we talking politics? I just read one story, and that's politics?
It puts me to sleep.
You know something? Take a good siesta, okay, schmuck? Drop dead. 5670560. Yeah, there's a real soft photo activist for you there. There's somebody who really cares about what's going on in the world. You're a schmuck, pal. You're exactly what's wrong with the world today. In fact, all these marchers out there, they're going to be knocking on your door in about a half hour and deport your ass. You're going to Peru, baby. You're going to Lima. You're going to be riding in Lima on a llama, you jackass. 567-0560, pound 560, leave Verizon and Singular wireless lines. WQAM, hello. QAM. Going once. Hello. Turn that radio down, please. Please, I'm begging you. Turn it off.
Hi, Mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Like I said, turn it back up. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I have something to say about the people that are protesting in Miami.
Yes.
We're paying our hard-earned tax dollars to pay cops, traffic people, to stop traffic. People are getting stuck in traffic because of them, and they want us to be sympathetic?
Everybody else said that if you just drive around the rest of town, there is no traffic.
There is no traffic?
Well, that's what everybody's been telling me. There's no traffic because all these illegals are busy. They're just in the one areas where they're protesting.
All right, and my coworker wants to say something.
Okay, good. Tell him to go ahead. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless line. And you wonder why America's in the shape that it's in, why the world is in the shape that it's in? If you just get down on your knees and pray, say a little prayer like Dionne Warwick and Urethra said, right?
Right.
If you just get your flying carpet and rock back and forth, or if you go to the Wailing Wall and you're davening, man, and you got your long beard and your big silly hat on, and your granny glasses, and you're davening back and forth, that'll take care. Then God will intervene, man. Then they will save you, and then they will fear you, by the way. Whatever happened with that Godfather 4? Remember that? What happened to that?
We just heard the rumors.
Where Leo DiCaprio was going to play Don Corleone? Oh,
right.
Let's see, is that Urethra?
That's Aretha, since that's what you said, because I didn't want to correct you. So I played the Aretha version.
What do you mean you didn't want to correct me on what?
Well, because
I said Dionne Warwick or Urethra. They both had a hit on
I just heard the Aretha part.
No, did I not start by saying Dionne Warwick?
I'm only hearing every other word today because, I'm protesting.
There you go. There's Neon Dion, baby. Let's get that psychic hotline. Where's Bo Griffin when you need that bitch, huh? She's probably eloped with Joe Costello. Wouldn't surprise me. It's the Bo and Joe show coming up at 2 this afternoon. Beats that Gildy, I'll tell you. See, I can barely hear it, and I still talk. I still nailed it, man. There, okay, it's loud enough. What, did she turn out to be a fraud or what? I used to like her, too. What was that song she did with the Spinners, Then Came You? Boy, have you got that? That's a good song.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great. Remember that song?
Yes, I do.
Dionne Warwick and the Spinners.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Ah! Woo!
I keep forgetting. I ask Tommy every time I hear this song. The name of that instrument.
That?
Oh, that one, too. It's that ball with a cowbell on the bottom of it.
Oh. Well, I remember in the Motown thing, that foot pedal thing, what do they call that?
The wah-wah pedal?
The wah-wah pedal, very good.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
We don't get enough of that anymore. I like Spinners.
Yeah, I love the Spinners. Love that Rubber Band Man. Let's play this till Gildy time at 2 o'clock. What do you say? Here's Dionne Warwick and the Spinners. New format on QAM. There you go. There's the Rubber Band Man. Told you.
Rock solid.
Boy, they were good, man.
Yeah, they were. And fun. They had fun.
Yeah. Spinners were good. The Commodores were good. All of Motown was good. And that's, like I said, living in the past instead of this great music now. Like, why does Oprah keep picking on 50 Cent? So when am I going to get that damn disc already, for Christ's sakes?
I should have already gotten it.
Well, that's your buddy Miguel there. He's too busy, going to view the debut of that stupid-ass movie there, the Cuban movie.
Oh, is that where he's going?
With your buddy Andy Garcia. Sure, and that's why you still don't have a number on our fundraising thing. I'll bet you we got at least $23,000 for that thing now on our best of. We can't even get $1,000 a year. 30th anniversary, my ass. That whole
about 30, man.
Can't even get to $1,000 average per year. Talk about a bunch of ungrateful sows.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
No, this is Arnold. This is not a tumor. It's the 1 to 2 hour.
Gasoline prices were expected to hit $3 a gallon by the start of the summer. But guess what?
If you're one of the people fuming at the prices you see now, just wait.
Absurd.
Insane.
Crazy.
Way back when in 67.
1967's most exciting program concept.
Cheap cost of fuel at the pump was divine.
Still another fantastic concept.
Looks like it's going to be $4 this summer.
Now I can't afford it. It's really killing.
When I started driving, it was less than $1 a gallon. Now it's...
Oh, this is crazy.
I get heart failure. I can't believe my eyes. 319.
No.
For regular ladies.
Holy crap.
I can't feel love at all. Won't drive anymore till the prices fall.
You have to wonder what's going to happen next year. Are we going to be talking about $5 a gallon?
Oh, I think she's getting close.
$8.
That's what I heard it was going to be. In fact, I heard that you can get good cigar for $8 from your good buddy Brett. Your good close personal buddy Brett. Well, I'm going to tell you that Sun Sentinel website is the most screwed up thing. I clicked on a story to print it about like 3 minutes ago, and just as I'm talking now, it's just starting to kick out.
All right.
Old style. It's kicking it old style. Well, this is the one I gave you a little tease on. Calling Sammy L.R. We don't want to get too newsy, though, because that one punk, he might turn over and hear O.J. McDuffie talk about wearing diapers in the locker room.
It used to be funny, you know.
I know it. Calling Sammy Al-Arian a liar and a master manipulator, a federal judge today ordered the former university professor to spend another year and a half in prison before he's deported in his terrorism conspiracy case. Al-Arian, 48, was sentenced to 4 years and 9 months, but he'll get credit for the more than 3 years and 2 months he's already served while being held before and after his trial. U.S. District Judge James S. Moody. I wonder if he's kidding to John Moody, the driver from Hazel Park. James Moody delivered some harsh words for the former University of South Florida computer engineering professor. Moody said he believed Al-Arian was an active leader in the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, who raised money for suicide bombings in Israel and the Palestinian territories and lied about his involvement. Like Danny Gallivan would have said, the Palestinian territories. Dismissing defense contentions that money raised by Al-Arian and his co-defendants went to support Palestinian charities, Moody said, your only connection to widows and orphans was that you create them. That's a good line. That's like George Bush. That's his only connection to widows and orphans is that he creates them. Very good, Judge. You go, Judge. Give him his own show. Okay, get that damn Judge Judy bitch right off the air. Nasty, hateful sow.
I like her.
I'm just joking. 567, yeah, she kicks ass. Ancient style. 5670560. I'm starting to make a little bit of a comeback now, you know what?
Yeah, warming up.
And that's because you got me all enthused about that Taco Bell on my Greenfields pasta. That sounds good.
Yeah. It does.
Get maybe like a burrito supreme with no beans and smear that on my
Just
pasta.
Open one end and dump it right out on there.
Man, that sounds really, really good. In honor of Mexican Protest Day.
That's right.
Yeah, everybody go to Taco Bell today, okay? And manja, man. Just pig out.
They're owned by Pepsi anyway.
Well, we like Pepsi a lot.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, no, you know something? They didn't have any more caffeine-free Diet Pepsi yesterday, so I got me my Master Choice. I guess that's a Canadian brand, because it said, you like this? Pretty good, eh? Sans caffeine Diet Cola. It's okay. It tastes like Coke. They're not good like Pepsi, but like Coke. It's all right.
Does it taste like Czech Cola?
Oh, God. Oh, at Lou's Dixie?
Yeah.
God. Now what happened after the Civil War? 56705. Now I'm starting to make a little bit of a comeback. I wouldn't be surprised if sometime this week one of my ears open, and whatever day that is, I'll leave the show and go right off to Woodbine, because that'll be a sign from God that I'm going to find a really hot machine man. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to tell you something that I don't know should go on the air. I was listening to the Air America show, radio, on the weekend.
Well, if you don't know if it should go on the air, how are we going to do that? What am I going to do, dump it?
The thing is...
we got to hear it.
Hello?
Yeah, we want to hear it.
She said she came in contact with this new thing that you could eat beans and you wouldn't deal with the flatulence.
Yeah.
And then what she did was, for about 10, 15 seconds after that, she made the farting sounds on the radio.
Well, that's because she doesn't work for Joyce, okay? So there you go. That's the goddess. She's making farting sounds on the air because we can't, okay? And she's also stealing all my sounders, and that's okay. Never had an original thought in her mind. And speaking of her, by the way, I wonder how our good buddy's doing.
Which buddy?
Hi. This is Jim.
That one. Well, you know, she was confused. I think that's probably part of the deal there. She was confused. And Anna Maria still ain't interested, by the way, sweetheart. 5670560, pound 560, the Verizon Singular wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Lucy.
WQAM, hello. QAM.
Neil, what's up, buddy?
Mexican Protest Day, yes, sir.
I know it's a lot of protests and everything going on, but what's up with the Joey Harrington deal?
Yeah, what is up? That's what they're protesting about. What's wrong with you, man? Get with it. That's what they're all lined up protesting about. Those are all the illegal alien doll fans, man. They're protesting. They don't want no Joey Harrington retread reject from Detroit. God, does he suck. Oh, he's so bad. You ever see him play, Josh?
Of course.
He sure can't play. He is pathetic. You could go out there and do a better job. In fact, I'll guarantee you, even Troy the Boy, who was a running back in the day, even he could go out there and probably sling it better than Joey Harrington. Joey Reynolds could probably be a better quarterback. So all this BS that Nick Saban is peddling, man, first of all, they got a really disgruntled and hostile, banged-up, injured quarterback that's going to play maybe, hopefully, by the time that they're 1-7, then he'll be ready to step in. You know, step back in, like Michael said. Remember that, step back in?
Mm-hmm.
And Godfather 3, which Josh did finally see, and he's out of oh, and the good news for George is your movie has already been shipped out this week.
Can't wait.
What's the name of it? I forget.
I forgot already.
Well, whatever it is, it's the Kurt Cobain, the late days. Yeah, the last days of Kurt Cobain. The worst movie, if you don't agree with me, that's one of the 5 or 10 worst movies that's ever been made, much less you've ever seen, then you must be doing heavy acid.
I'll tell you what, just to be scientific, I'll get really baked before I watch it to see if that changes.
Baked don't even come close, okay? Deep fried might do it. Right. Deep fried.
I'll stick my head in the microwave.
Right. WQAM, hello.
Well, whatever it is, it's Kurt Cobain. Hello?
Now.
The worst movie.
Now.
Yes, hi.
Yeah.
Can I speak to Neil?
Speaking.
Neil, hi.
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 Hola.
I beg your pardon?
I said, how you doing?
I'm good. This doesn't sound like Neil.
Well, what would you like me to do? I could make them fart sounds, but Joyce will get us...
Maybe if they turn the radio off, it would sound like Neil.
Yeah, maybe if you turn the radio off and stuck the phone to your ear instead of where you got it.
Yeah.
There you go. What do you got?
Well, I just wonder, how much is the price of watermelon today?
5670560. See right there. There's a reason right. Wherever he's from, we're sending him back. That's where you're going. I'd go home and pack right now, okay? Wet back. Get lost. 5670560 and pound 560 in the Verizon Singular Wireless line. Gildy again today. Oh, man, we got Gildy. We're just petrified we got so much Gildy. It is really a scary thing. And, of course, exclusively on BBGI, the Banjo Boy Group, Inc. Nobody else wants it. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hey, what's up, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I'm a big fan. I've listened to you for years, man. I love your show. I usually agree with you on most of the things you talk about, but on this illegal immigration thing, I can't agree with you on it at all.
Well, what is there to disagree about? In other words, illegal people, we ought to just let them all come in?
How come if the law only applies to poor people? The president don't got to follow the law. Rich white kids go to Duke don't got to follow the law.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense.
Well, what the hell does that mean? In other words, if somebody rapes somebody, they're not going to go to jail? What are you talking about, man? You're talking crap is what you're talking. Like Ted Bundy didn't, he didn't have to follow the law.
Rich
and
people
David Berkowitz
break the law, so everybody should be allowed to.
Yeah, so in other words, when white people break the law, they don't pay for it, okay? Just like the BTK killer that I was talking about before, who was as white as the fallen snow, another one of these good religionists and the president of his congregation, the Lutheran Jesus God Almighty congregation there in Wichita. You do the crime, you're a piece of slime, and you're going to do the time. That's what it boils down to. And if you break the law and you come in here illegal, first of all, these people, to show you how stupid they are and how they, play follower leader, like you said before, if they were smart, they'd lay low.
Right.
They wouldn't be out there saying, but basically, the only sign they should be holding up is one that says, I'm an illegal, I came in illegally, I sneaked in, grab me up now and get my ass out of here.
Sure.
That's what they should be holding up signs, okay? Truth in packaging, baby. Illegal. Look it up in a book, okay? Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Not just picking the nose, not just jaywalking, not just going out and diddling with their neighbor's wife or something like that. We're talking about coming in the country illegally here. And employers are hiring them illegally and paying them under the table, sub-minimum wage, and, of course, no taxes, no nothing. And if that's the kind of, and again, it comes back to this whole bull crap about Homeland Security. There is no Homeland Security. When you can't protect the border, how's anybody going to be safe? And they build all these damn tunnels, and the media's there showing us pictures of all the tunnels. How come our Border Patrol ain't doing something about closing down those tunnels, huh? Can you tell me that? I know what would close down those tunnels real fast, okay? Una bamba. Let's get Richie Valens back. What do you say? Una bamba grande.
I hated him.
I did too. I couldn't stand him. Did he ever make any good music at all?
No.
No. He had O Donna and La Bamba, and that was a medley of his smashes.
I didn't
right?
like them either.
No, but I'm saying, what else did he have?
And La Bamba, that's a rip-off of like a folk tune, so he doesn't even get credit for that.
He ain't with Bobby Dylan. The Battle of the Banjo Boys, Bobby Darin and Richie Valens. And the sad news is, they're both still dead. How do you like that? They're both dead. And if you play Richie Valens again, you know what I'm going to do?
I kick your ass.
That's right. 113 at QAM.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Hi, this is G. Gordon Liddy, and they don't come any worse than Neil Rogers.
Down in Santa Fe at the Trojan View Cafe, I heard some truckers talking there. Here's what they had to say. I've got a trailer full of Mexicans. Drove across the border just today. All right. Tall ones, small ones, chubby with locked feet. Dark ones and colorful ones with green around their teeth. I've got a trailer full of Mexicans. If I could fill them now, I could be rich. They don't seem to mind risking their life to earn a buck an hour digging a ditch. Just to earn a buck an hour digging a ditch. Less than $1 an hour digging a ditch. The ones that are smart will work for Walmart. For about the same as digging a ditch. I've got a trailer full of Mexicans. Some are still alive and some are dead. Milk and honey, America's swell. There'll be love, peace, and one to Taco Bell. I've got a trailer full of Mexicans. Hope they get them up so I can pay. They'll work all day for less than minimum wage, or just a buck an hour digging a ditch. They can earn a buck an hour digging a ditch. Less than $1 an hour digging a ditch. To the broken menial labor job, or maybe a domestic boiler job.
There's one girl in Phoenix. They're showing all these different parades, Houston and Phoenix and wherever else. She's, I guess a lot of them hold up those signs. We are the dream. No, I think you are the nightmare.
There you go.
Not the dream. And what this should point out to everybody is that you got an economy which is in very large part based on slave labor with illegal aliens, okay?
Right.
And the grave-robbing employers that hire these people, they're the ones that ought to be behind bars.
It's a serfdom.
Now, wait till you hear this story. As activists encourage Latinos, see, there we go again.
Uh-huh.
There's that generalization now. That's a great smear now, Latinos, in cities across America to boycott by walking out of their jobs, not spending any money today. Clear Channel News Talk KFI in L.A. afternoon hosts John and Ken are responding by asking listeners to do just the opposite and spend heavily as part of their day-long Great American Spend-A-Lot promotion. Go out there and spend until you drop. The Talk Duo are asking their listeners to fax or email a copy of a receipt for purchases made between noon and 7 p.m. today, that's Pacific time, and will then enter those receipts into a twice-hourly drawing for reimbursement of their expenses. How do you like that?
All right.
On KFI.
Good plan.
Home temporarily of...
Are you sure?
Your close personal former friend. 1,164 votes on the poll. I mean, yeah, like I said before, the country hasn't had an immigration policy for 30, 40 years now, and all of a sudden there's like some rational, there's some fair, some sane way to solve it? Of course not. Why not just come up with some real laws that have some teeth in it and just say to these people, well, good luck to you. That's all. We'll just look the other way, only because there's just too many, we can't do anything about it. They found a whole bunch of Portuguese illegal aliens here in Canada a few weeks ago. Guess what they did with them?
Deported them?
Sent them back to Portugal.
Yeah.
No, not that there aren't plenty of illegal aliens here, but these guys couldn't drive a cab.
Oh.
1,164 votes on the poll. The Star-Spangled Banner should be sung, and they didn't like their headgear, I guess. In English only, 693. Who gives a Schmidt? 169. Excellent choice. Rarely, it's a bad song, 156, and has a lousy beat. Can't dance to it?
Not at all.
In any language, 128. In English or Spanish, 13. 13. And I hate this poll, solamente cinque. Soltanto cinque. 5. Got it? 1,165 vote. We're going to go over 1,200 today during the show. And you want to know why? Because these people are pissed off and fired up, baby. They've had it. They don't know what they've had it about. They know they're just pissed off. See, if the American people get as pissed off about things that they ought to be pissed off about, then maybe we got something done. You know, we get 2 stolen presidential elections, back side by each, but nobody cares about that. And then that one early guy on the show, like it's a big joke, you know. Very funny, Pally. Maybe you can get up there without Presidente next year. WQAM, hello. Not there. 5670560. I do like the echo, though. I'm getting used to that, especially from the beginning of the show. No more crossovers. That's it. We're done with that. That whole thing got so, it just, you know, we had more important things to do at that hour. 9:56. I'm just wrapping up my Parcheesi game at that hour. And pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello. Okay, 2 for 2. Let's try for a triple. QAM.
Can you get a message to the gray one for me?
Yeah, here it is. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
I'm just going to give you an update. I'm on 7th Street, laying by my pool, and the horns are beeping on 8th Street.
Yeah.
They're beeping it off.
Incredible.
It is. It's totally incredible.
Well, let me ask you something. What are the people on 8th Street? What else has got to do with them? Are they here illegally?
I don't know.
Well,
like I say, I'm on my pool at 7th Street.
Oh, I see. It's a sympathy deal for them, yeah.
And they are beeping their heads off. Even got
okay, well, you just said that. Thank you. 567, don't fall in.
Are they beeping their heads off?
What?
I heard they're beeping their heads off.
That's what I'm hearing. They're beeping it. No, Joyce. We didn't say bleeping it. We said beeping it. She got all whipped up. Poor Joyce. Bitch. WQAM, hello.
So why aren't you and Hank together anymore?
Oh, God. WQAM, hello.
Neil,
there's one ought to be deported. Send him back to Wisconsin. Everywhere he goes, they keep sending him back to Florida. QAM.
Yeah, one of the most amazing things to me in all of this with these illegal immigrants is the Herald, the Sun Sentinel, the New York. They call it the immigration problem. They refuse to even call it what it is.
That
illegal
is
immigration. I mean,
I've been saying that all along. It is not. This is not a rally day for immigrants. It's a rally day for illegal aliens.
Right. I mean, I've left messages for that little schmeck, Tom Fiedler, and a few others, and I said, look, if you're not even, I mean, the Calle people, I said, hate you like poison at the Herald. If you murdered Castro on Nightline, they still hate you. Stop pandering to them. I mean, it's illegal immigration. I'm all for regular immigration, but this is, and let me say this, you think Vincente Fox would sing the Mexican national anthem with a few changes and in English?
Yeah, they go for that real big. Okay, pal, we got it. It's really, it's boring is what it is, really ponderous.
We already got one, Brian says.
I beg your pardon?
Boca Brian made a new Mexican national anthem for us.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, you'll have
When am I getting that?
Well,
probably the same day I get that South Park episode with Oprah.
I could download it right now, actually.
Download what? The Boca Brian thing? Oh, don't do that because that spoils all the excitement. It's only Monday. We got to save something for midweek, you know, for the midwife in midweek. 1,172 votes, man. We're like on the verge of greatness with 1,200. Speaking of the great one, the late great one. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what do the Mexicans do today when they're laying off?
I beg your pardon?
What do they do when they're laying off today?
What meaning? What does that mean? What I don't understand
the
question.
It's a joke. You're not getting it. They don't work anyway. See.
That's why I didn't get it.
You can always save that up to laugh later if you want. You know.
Yeah, I'll save up the laugh for about 3:30 this afternoon. I'll just let out a real good belly laugh. Very funny. WQAM, hello.
It's a Monday, yes.
See what I said before about people who think they're funny, but it's not.
Well, he heard you talking about that.
Yeah, right. WQAM, hello.
Yes, Neil?
Yes, ma'am.
I think they came out with a perfect solution for this problem.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, Chavez for president.
What is this woman saying? What language are you speaking?
What do you think about that?
What do I think about what?
Chavez for president.
Oh, Chavez for president.
Chavez.
Okay.
I thought you said Charro.
No, Charo for president or Chavez. Charo. Anybody with a CH. Che Guevara. Anybody with the old CH. Hoochie Coochie. What about, what's his name? Pudge Rodriguez. Oh, that's right. His ass shrunk big time. And listen, what about the Marlins now? We got the Marlin-Philly game tonight. Do the Marlins have some Julios on their team? I would imagine. I have no idea who they are, but Miguel Cabrera, for example.
There you go.
Yeah. Made a big error in the game the other day. What about Miguel Cabrera? Is he going to be participating in the law? I guess not.
Maybe he'll be protesting.
I guess anybody that's making like 6 or 7 figures probably isn't going to be protesting about whatever is going on. In addition to which, we sure can't afford to deport Miguel Cabrera.
No, we cannot.
Because since we only got 2 people on the team that anybody ever heard of before, ever will hear of again, we sure can't be affording to do that, or we just won't get no new stadium, David. And that's bad. And if we don't get no new stadium, you know what I'm going to do?
I kick your ass.
That's right. With lightning-quick speeds, the latest features and security, Comcast high-speed internet leaves DSL in the dust. And today you can get on board for just $9.95 a month for 2 months. With an always-on connection speed of 6 megabytes, Comcast high-speed internet is up to 4 times faster than DSL 1.5 and up to 100 times faster than dial-up. Whether you're downloading music, watching streaming video, playing online games, or just surfing your favorite sites, Comcast reliable fast connection means you're going to be flying through the internet. Plus, when you sign up for Comcast high-speed internet, you get instant access to free features like The Fan, Video Mail, Comcast Rhapsody Radio Plus, and up to 7 personal email accounts, just to name a few. Not only that, but you also get McAfee security tools included so you can be assured that your internet experience is always safe and secure. So what you be waiting for? Start doing more faster than ever before. Sign up for Comcast high-speed internet today for just $9.95 a month for 2 months, and you wonder how you managed to get along without it. In Dade, call 305-COMCAST, or in Broward, 954-COMCAST.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
At my junior, honey.
This is an ABC News special report. Al-Qaeda's leader in Iraq, Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, appeared in a rare video released today on the internet.
You move me. You celebrate what the competition is all about, and you've moved me from the beginning. But you are this handsome, evolved performer.
Intelligence analysts in Washington are examining the video.
This has been a presentation of ABC News.
131, Gildy coming up at 2. I'm sure he's going to give you the postmortem on that big NFL draft and on the NHL playoffs. Any of his knows playoffs?
No.
Pretty good games there. How about those Sabres, huh? I'm sure Josh is watching every second of that.
Not one.
How about that Max Afinogenov, baby?
Yeah, he's good.
He is good. President George W. Bush. You are. It just, well, what's the use, you know? It's like
it's about hockey, man. Come on.
It's like the Banjo Boy Group Inc., you know? What's the use? Just, there's no point. Crap happens, man. Just like they keep flashing at the bottom of the screen while they're giving us 85 hours of coverage, you know, this National Immigrant Day, Day Without Immigrants thing they keep saying. And it keeps saying, it's not going to affect the national economy.
No.
So what's the point? What's the point then? Assuming that they're right and it's not going to offend the national... Well, other than proving that they can screw off from work, we got people right here at QAM who screw off from work whenever they feel like it.
Maybe that's the whole idea. Maybe that's the protest.
Oh, is that it? Well, maybe when they go back to work, somebody's going to say, hey, screw you now. It's turnaround's a bitch. President George W. has approved Dubai's $1.24 billion takeover of Doncaster's, a British engineering company with U.S. plants that supply the Pentagon, the White House said Friday. You see, they couldn't get the other Dubai ports deal through, so now, by hook or by crook, see the way they do it?
One way or the other.
That's right. The decision announced by White House spokesman Scott McClellan followed a congressional uproar over security fears that scuttled another Dubai state-owned company's plan to acquire operations at major U.S. ports. The Interagency Committee on Foreign Investments in the U.S. sent its confidential recommendation to the Dubai takeover of Doncaster to Bush April 13. Bush's decision followed... Well, it goes on and on. Well, that's the way it goes. The Bushes and the Bin Ladens, baby. The Bushes and, what's his name, Bandar Bush. All them Saudi ragheads. That's what it's all about. All about oil. What did I tell you? Is the minute they went in there, OIL and MONEY, and people said, what is that fag, Noah, huh? Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, you did.
And the growing international crisis over Iran's nuclear program could trigger a catastrophic oil price spike, sending crude prices over $100 a barrel.
Oh, my God.
Senior Wall Street analysts are warning. With prices already around $72 a barrel, such an increase could mean drivers facing prices of, now this is a British thing, so I don't know what the hell that means. According to the Petrol Retailers Association. Last week, Lord Brown, chief executive of BP, warned that prices could rise to £1 as he unveiled bumper. That's a pound a liter. Well, let's see, a pound a liter would be about 4 pounds, and a pound is almost $2. So you know what that translates to a gallon?
$8.
Yeah, there you go. So if you think it's bad at $3 or a little over $3, how are you going to like it with $8 again? Let's see, 16 times 8 is 108. I'm sorry, 128. Is that right?
I'll take your word for it.
I'm so good at math. Yeah, 128.
I'm so
$128 to fill up a 16-gallon tank. Well, thanks a lot, Mr. President. A single political shock could be enough to send oil markets into panic, said Adam Szyminski, senior energy economist at Deutsche Bank in New York. If we have one more big problem, we're going to have triple-digit oil prices. He points to confrontation with Iran, a worsening of the situation in Iraq, or recurrence of devastating hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico as potential catalysts for a major rise. And he also said, your mama sews socks in hell, whatever he meant by that. How do you like that, huh? He said, what do you think of those Saudis? And this guy said, Chub min Dreerd. 5670560, pound 560 in the Verizon Singular wireless line. We got $11.99 on there. The 1,200 vote today gets a big prize. Okay? You believe it?
I believe it.
No. 1201. See, but it hopped over. See, a little hop over. Went from $11.99 to 1201. Whoever was in there at 1,200, we apologize. We were going to freeze it right there and check out who it was and bring you $1 million cash and small bills to your house, but too late. WQAM, hello. QAM. That line 1, man. Mark it down. A little bit of a problem. Woo-wee, man. It is good. It is really good to be working in this place. 5670560, pound 560 in the Verizon and Singular wireless line. It's Banjo Boy Group Inc., baby. That may be your greatest invention of all time. BBGI, Banjo Boy Group Incorporated. He beat me again. I was just reaching for it.
I'm not guitar, too. Practice.
I was just getting ready to strum it. WQAM.
I love you, Neil.
Yeah. Okay, good call. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Yeah, hello, Neil?
Yeah, yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
You caught me off guard. I've been sitting on the phone so long.
Well, call me again later on when you got something to say. WQAM, hello. Oh, it sounds like they're strumming out a guitar. Is this
in America, SA.
WQAM, hello.
That is gas loud.
Yeah. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neely, happy Monday, buddy.
Back to you.
I've been in and out of my truck all day. Did you see the thing? I think it was in the Boston Globe or something about how Bush signed 750 laws and all those laws.
It was on our website. It's old news, yeah. No, he didn't sign 750. He broke 750 laws. Get it right, schmuck. He broke 750 laws. It's right on our website. Even Josh remembers that story, right?
Yeah, I remember that one.
God, what is wrong with you people anyway? That's the American. Forget about the Star-Spangled Banner. That's the national anthem, and something that transcends all languages.
That's right.
Even Sanskrit. It all comes out the same. That's it. That's the American national anthem. Right. That's it. Work on it. Practice it. Sing it loudly. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, is this the Dolphin NFL Draft Post-Game Show?
No, it's not. That's coming up at 2.
Hey, are you clear?
Jesus. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes,
they're doing illegal stuff anyway. If you think about it, the big companies are having these phone operations from India.
Right, that's right. It's called outsourcing is a nice name for it. It means what they're doing is taking your jobs and they're giving to a bunch of
so what's the difference? At least for these people, we get some money. They buy some of our products when they're in this country.
Yeah.
I mean, if the people in these other countries, they don't buy nothing.
So in other words, you're saying we shouldn't have an immigration policy. We should let anybody who gets here, we should just give them amnesty and have a workers program for anybody who can crawl into the borders, you idiot. Jesus, God. Therefore, in other words, as long as we're outsourcing, as long as that's bad and taking away American jobs, let's just let all these schleppers come in here. And by the way, make a whole bunch of babies because keep the Pope happy. That's another thing that nobody even factors in, And all these illegal aliens who come from Latin America with their 17 children, and each one of them is going to have another 15, 20 children because the Pope, the Pope keeps telling them, bada beep, bada boop, make a lot of Catholic babies, baby. You know about that. That's why. Listen, why do you think that happened? Do you think he's going to sit back and let you go through life with one kid? He's not going to permit that.
I didn't meet my quota.
Even as the fall of that, you didn't even come close. He was starting to think you were like Chinese or something like that. So he put a different slant on your life.
This is Neil Rogers. Rock solid. This is 560 QAM.
See what I mean about people reproducing? Overproduced. There, classic example right there.
Mm-hmm.
She's pregnant again, good old Brittany. Maybe she can trap both of them at the same time.
It's all over for her.
5670560. You're right. That's dead meat. 1,218 votes on the poll. We tapped that 1,200 easy, man. Easy. They're sure accomplishing a lot with this whole immigrant thing today, aren't they? And they really pulled. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
See how productive we are and what great Americans we are and yada, yada, yada. And we're going to bring the economy to a halt. We're going to screw up the traffic and really piss you all off. Don't you love us?
I haven't missed one yet, except that, like the guy said, the traffic was kind of light today.
Well, good. Try it again tomorrow.
Way fewer people hanging out of pickup trucks today.
5670560. Yeah, but it's business really slow with those cockfights in Hialeah. Pound 560 the Verizon and the singular wireless line. WQAM, hello. QAM. Oh, is that a nice sound? Nice, clean sound of death. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing today?
Okay, sir.
I learned something important today about my business. Those guys didn't. Two guys not show up to work today, and I think I can run it by myself. I may not need them.
There you go. Excellent.
So I learned something kind of important today.
Look how much you're going to save, man.
There you go. You have a great day, sir.
Send half to us. Thank you. There you go. Maybe some of these people will point out how unneeded they are. Think that's possible?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was yawning.
Anybody at QAM not show up?
Everybody in this corner of the building.
Everybody at QAM showed up today. None of our people out there marching or playing golf or screwing off, trying to
The Big O, not only was he on this morning, but then again later on right before our show.
That's right. On tape, of course, but nevertheless. That's just his protest.
Right. He was doing double duty.
He was doing a double duty. I think I heard you do that the other day. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. It's a big day for the Irish, baby. The whole thing is just so stupid. It's just pathetic. It's just tragic. And I'm looking at these people, and they got their American flags and a lot of Mexican flags, and then they all got these pre-made cardboard signs they're holding up, and they're waving to the cameras and posturing to the cameras and yada, yada, yada. Oh, look at that. There's Luis Alberto Diarrhea, author of The Devil's Highway. Luis Alberto of The Devil's Highway. And that's exactly what it is, man. They got those tunnels. I still say, man, can't they just close them tunnels up? Does it make sense to you?
Sure does.
No.
They keep digging more. They're hard workers.
Yeah, it's hard work. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shouldn't Rush Limbaugh be in jail right now?
Yes, but again, the guy that called before that was all bent out of shape about Duke and all that stuff. That's the guy he should have been talking about. Rich white guys like Lardass Limbaugh. Okay, rich pill-popping hypocrite guys like Lardass should be in jail. But he got a tap on the wrist, and no surprise. Do you really expect he was going to do jail time or anything?
No.
Of course not. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, the real truth is they don't tell you who the organizers are of all these people. The left wing, the communists. It's amazing. The new Black Panthers are behind this, too.
Did you see, what is that all about, the new Black Panthers? What the hell is that?
Well, that's an offshoot of the, remember the Black Panther movement?
No, I remember the original, but what the hell's the need for that? To start, we already got Jesse Jackson. What do we need them for? Stir up a bunch of racial crap. The new Black Panthers in North Carolina now because of what allegedly happened at Duke, the alleged rape from this broad whose credibility on a scale of 0 is minus infinity. And right away, let's turn it into a big racial thing, Let's go out and attack some lacrosse players. What do you say, huh?
That's a plan.
There you go.
Let's rape them.
Yeah, or just take them out to the nearest tree. They'll just be hanging for a while. 1,224 votes. That's pretty damn impressive, if you ask me. National Anthem, man. It's a piece of crap. It's a bad song. Even Francis Scott Key, and what kind of a name is that like Francis? Except for Francis O'Hare. The Star-Spangled Banner should be sung in English only. Speak it English. Speak it English. 722. Who gives a Schmidt? 186. Rarely, it's a bad song. As little as possible, 162. And quit that invocation at the ball games, too, at the Dolphin games, you idiots. The NFL with their immigration, with their invocation. How about an immigration invocation? Only illegals can sing it. In any language, 136, it sounds the same. English or Spanish, still 13. Tracy, it hasn't moved in a long time now. Remember Tracy?
Who?
And I hate this pool of 5, Tracy Caracito.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of a name was that, by the way, Caracito? That sounded a little bit like one of your people.
Italian. Oh, no,
was it
Spaniard.
Really?
He was a Spaniard from España.
Oh, a Spaniard. He must have been spoke with a little bit of a defect, huh?
He did, and he played highlight.
He had a pelota?
And a cesta.
Wow. You know what they say? Incesta is besta. That's what they say at the pelota place.
Put your sister to the testa.
Right. With your, I don't want to get Joyce all bent out of shape now. See, you almost lured me into that. Right down the old Hershey Highway. That was bad. It's so easy. Now, I kept my honor. I restrained myself. That's right. WQAM, hello.
Hey, this QAM?
Yes, sir, QAM.
Yeah, this is Willie Clark.
Who is it?
I got a comment to make about the demonstration.
And what is that? What would you like to say?
I'd like to say, we are truly becoming a land of the infidels. When we have to demonstrate out on the street to support lawbreakers.
They're excellent. Very well put, sir. Infidel, and to hell with Fidel, too, while you're at it. Having a big made. I don't think it's any coincidence. I think this guy before with his comunista had a good point. I think the commies are coming back, don't you? I'll find one under every rock, especially in Hialeah. Steve faxes and says, I just got back from lunch at my local deli. All the immigrants were in the kitchen working away. Well, excellent. Actually, some immigrant. I see it's very difficult because they keep confusing immigrants or illegal aliens, okay? Who did Mo for immigration, okay? One delivered my lunch to the table. On my way there, I passed, what is it? I think he said passed. I pasted some other immigrants mowing lawns and building houses. I believe he means passed. He says pasted. He pasted them. I would imagine the immigrants who are protesting are just looking for another reason to have a day off. I think that's it. I support an American deli today, and life will go on whether immigrants go to work or not. I think if the illegal immigrants would spend as much time trying to become legal U.S. citizens as they are protesting, they might not be out of a day's work. And what about the companies that are... Yeah, that's a good point. If these people are working for such starvation wages, how can they afford to be taken off today? We sure as hell couldn't be afforded to take an off day, even go play golf. I know I couldn't.
No way, Jose.
Even with his new contract, Josh Cordes still showed up. So shouldn't they be held accountable in some way? What a wacky country this has become, says Steve. And Steve, you are...
Absolutely correct.
You got your finger right on it and in it, Steve. Keep twisting away. Twisting the night away. Who did that? Twisting the night away. Who did that? Sam Cooke. Am I right?
I'm checking.
No, you're not going to have that. That's got to be a 50s song in it, or maybe early 60s. I'm going to look it up. That sounds like Sam Cooke to me.
It is.
It is.
62.
What a memory, man. Hey, Sam. Oh, he won't see him no more. He got shot in a motel or something. He was like, okay, that's enough of Sam Cooke. He's still dead. He wasn't no Bobby Darin, though. And he sure as hell wasn't no Dionne Warwick. He didn't have no psychic hotline.
This is Neil Rogers. Rock solid. Is 560 QAM.
Increíble. Oh, God.
We want the work. Don't be a jerk. We'll cut your grass. Don't be an ass. Well, they hop the fence every day and dawn. They're coming to America to cut your lawn. They'll rake your leaves. They'll wash your car. Trying to avoid the immigration czar. Therefore, they're hopping. There's no stopping them. Are you the way they do all of the jobs we won't do? All they get paid is $1 or two. We can ship them all down the Allegheny. Let them move in with Dick Cheney. Yeah, yeah. Come on, man, open the door. Open the door. Well, they float across in dresser drawers. They're coming to America to do our chores. I don't understand all the fuss. All they want to do is laundry, clean, and dust. Therefore, they're hopping. There's no stopping them. Hey, let me looking for the American dream. That's why they started swimming upstream. Go ahead and give them all a visa. Let them move in with Condoleezza.
All those rich white folks that commit very serious crimes and get away with them, you know? Like O.J., for example. There's a good example for you. Got some good news.
Yeah?
Common Cause, a nonprofit government watchdog group, filed a criminal complaint with the Department of Justice today against Representative Catherine Harris.
All right.
The group's complaint alleges that Harris was bribed by a defense contractor who's already pled guilty to bribing former Representative Duke Cunningham. It alleges that Harris broke the law when the contractor paid $2,800 for a fundraising dinner the Congresswoman held. And as you know, the Duke was recently sentenced to 8 years in prison, not to mention those problems with Las Prostitutas, stuff like that. At any rate, just goes with the territory. We got Gildy coming up next. That goes with the territory. Then we got Mad Dog at 4. The Marlin game. Come on, get out there and support the Marlins, Josh. You going to the game tonight?
No.
What?
I can watch from TV, man.
Marlins and the Phillies, baby. You don't want to listen to Rich Walsh. And by the way, whoever's running the board today, at least, please.
Yeah, we got 3 drops, man. Wait for all of them.
Well, whatever. And let us at least play the illegal ID or...
I'll kick your ass.
Bye, bye, bye.